Wow, nothing really.
Nature Class is streaming Dinkum right now.
No, I'm not. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't actually hit done. God. I was like, I changed the name. What do you mean? Okay, now we're. God, oh my god.
Never change nature. Never change.
I never said I was bright. Hi,
Hi.
Tixel. Hello. We can
Oh
hear you
my
now.
God. Here, okay, cool.
Do you have a? You say you do your shuffling around some things. Do you have a different mic, or is it not? Or do you not have?
This should be
to
the same mic. Is it not sounding well?
You sound different. It might have
Okay.
the cable
It
might have
sounds
gotten
clear
fumbled.
though.
Yeah, but it's definitely a
a
different
little bit
audio
echoey.
quality. Yeah, it's a little echoey compared to before.
Gotcha.
So that might just be the room's acoustics, though.
That could
okay.
be. And like if it can't be helped, it can't be helped. It's
no
fine. I just
Clover's
figured
here.
I'd mention. Yeah, our resident cheese goblin. Or cheese gremlin.
She's been long filling it up in my 14 streams.
I've heard a little bit.
Stop watching spoilers, nature.
I leave myself to lurk in the chat, and I leave the tab off to the side at a place where I can't see it, so I'm not looking at it, but my freaking view is still counting. Dick. But yes, hello and welcome everyone.
In Dawn Trail.
What was that? What was that, Mara?
Nothing. I was holding down my beep.
Oh, gotcha.
Hide the spoilers with beeping.
Oh, it didn't come through on the Discord.
I'll have to fix my sound thingy. Oh well.
Oh right, that reminds me. I still need to download frickin' sound my own frickin' voice mod still, because I keep forgetting to do that. But it's fine. Oh yes. Yes. If people have stuff to reset or mess with on their character sheet for like preparing things, which I don't think many people do, that is a thing to do for right now. Anyways, I should probably send a notification. We are in fact alive. And in the meantime, hey V.
I'm here.
I said V.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Mike sounds better.
Sorry if I cut you on the spot, V. If you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm still muted in Discord. Tee-hee.
Nice. Nice. I was like, I'm surprised I haven't heard anything from V for a bit. I know V's normally quiet, but I'm like, hello? You good? You cool? You Gucci fam? Hey V, where can they find you?
Hi everyone, I'm Beatrix. I'm the resident ScuffTuber. You can find me on twitch.tv/BeatrixVT. I play games, I do ASMR, and I just like to have fun.
You're the resident ScuffTuber. I literally started streaming in the wrong stream category today.
We're all Scuff, it's okay. I'm pretty sure that comes with the territory of PNG VTuber.
The machine spirits are displeased this day.
They always are.
And speaking of segues, Mara, where can they find you?
Woo, I'm on a segue now. God, no, those are death machines. I'm doing, yeah, I'm Miss Marakar. Again, I'm much like V. I'm a variety gaming VTuber and do all sorts of stuff. People have been getting spoiled this week in more ways than one, as I've been playing Dawn Trail with a couple others and streaming it.
I still don't have the expansion, and also I'm much further behind in the story.
Imagine if we had a fourth person to play through the story with. We wouldn't have to queue for dungeons.
I still don't have the freaking expansion yet, you goober. Even if I was up to date, I don't have fucking $60.
You can still make femfroths without it, nature. I've discovered that today.
Yep.
Oh shit, for
Really?
real?
That's
That
You just
is
can't
a
make
free
Oh.
function.
characters right now.
oh, that's
Mhm.
because that's part of Endwalker, or sorry, Shadowbringers. That's not part of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for Shadowbringers.
But yeah, been doing that. But I will be doing my evening streams as well. So if anything, I'm just pushing myself through kind of an endurant couple weeks as we get through the story.
We're doing a gauntlet that's supplemented by
Yeah,
Final Final Fanta.
Final Fanta. Despite it,
Well, I'm
it'll
drinking Stun
it'll
Kiss
help
right
build up. To,
now, but
How fucking dare you, Tixel? Where
but
can
yeah,
I- oh, sorry.
it'll help build up a resistance for my birthday in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah.
can have
Wait, when the fuck
something
is your
like that.
birthday?
Hey.
I said, when the fuck is your birthday?
Oh, I didn't hear the one.
Oh.
It's the 10th of July.
Ah,
oh,
gotcha.
fun.
So I guess you'll have a birthday nat 20 in a few weeks.
Soon.
Soon, TM.
Now
Can't
I
wait
just
for
have
your
to wait
run.
until July 4th, not for our holiday celebration, but to see if I get that goddamn house.
Oh,
Best of luck.
in
Yeah, good
Final
luck.
Fantasy, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god, yeah. Everyone's slowly being converted back to the Eorzean fever, and it's been they're trying to infect me too, and they're partially succeeding, but I'm trying to be focused, trying to be calm, trying to
Now this is a message for some of you out there. Just playing an MMO is not an addiction.
It's a lifestyle.
No, not even that. It's just like,
Hey Tixel, where'd you hide the
play
bodies?
a game to enjoy a game in your goddamn backyard, motherfucker. Hi, I'm
You didn't
Tixel,
tell me?
Of procrastination. No, I did it without your permission, like I always do. Anyways,
Fucking hell.
can you tell that we're friends? I'm Tixel of Procrastination. I have currently been on a bit of a hiatus, mostly due to some things happening IRL. Bit of the reason why I was running around today.
Mm-hmm. All good, all good. And alright. Hey, Code of the Cat of the Forest, do you perchance have a shovel to help dig up the bodies that are right back?
No.
Damn it.
You think you can use a shovel to get to the bodies? No, I made sure to do that deeper.
Well, let's see if your partner has one. Hey, Tom,
hold
where
a
can they find
shovel?
you and perhaps a shovel?
I got you, fam.
Okay, where can they
What's
find
up?
you?
You can find me here on Twitch at Miss Tallin. I do a bunch of streaming with collaborations with my good dear friends. And, well, we don't have the next one on the schedule quite yet. Looking forward to it.
I was gonna say,
I've been teaming up with Mara for her Final Fantasy.
I've also noticed. One of these days, I shall be able to join in the Final Fans. I mean, we could do a Golden Saucer.
I'm down.
Well, hopefully sometime your book club can get to it, or some agreement can be made.
Golden Saucer podcast with freaking the Final Fantasy.
I'm trying to not
piece.
get sued by Squeenix. Come on.
Hey, but it's funny.
No, it's funny until the lawyer knocks on your door.
Speaking of comedy, fuck you, Dice! Shit!
What color, everybody? Hey V, what color?
Hey, I'm the one who gets to decide
All right,
who
Nature,
gets
what
to
color?
choose the colors. Tixel, no, I'm the one who gets to choose which person gets to choose the colors.
Well, you were
Hey, V,
going
pick a color.
slow and, you know.
Playful.
Purple it is. Just wanted to T-pose to assert my dominance. Don't worry, Tixel.
I'm
And
A-posing, so I'm going harder.
Shit. Well, I guess that means you're gonna have to pick the other color, aren't you?
Allow me
And
to
don't
ruminate upon
give
this.
me a weird, obscure fucking color name. Give me Roy G. Biv. Give me a standard fucking color.
How about Zafir?
Cool. What color on the rainbow does that closest resemble?
Yellow.
Thank you, Mara. Jesus
Yellow?
Christ.
No, that's incorrect.
Fucking, you lied to me. What color? What color is Zephyr? Zephin? What was it?
Zephyr.
No, Zafir.
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
That one nature.
What? Where are you sending? What the fuck is? Okay, you send it in DMs. I feel like I'm. Why do I feel like I'm gonna regret this? Oh, HTML color codes. Cool. Okay, blue. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that. The whole fucking song and dance to finally pick
Is it a
goddamn
dead
dice
bit yet?
color. What?
Is it a dead bit yet doing that? Nah.
You know what? That's a very
It's
Does it
good
happen?
evergreen.
It's killing me slowly on the inside. That's for sure.
Has
Yeah,
it
but
been
that's
done more than
fine.
3 times?
Probably.
Mhm.
Well, at least chat likes to enjoy watching me suffer, so at least I'm making content, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not even chat. That's just people in general, apparently, looking around at the people I've surrounded myself with.
You should probably fix that if people enjoy your suffering nature.
Fuck you.
You're friends. No, I don't enjoy your suffering. My mere existence just happens to cause it.
Ah, so you're a psychic vampire.
No, that's not a thing.
That... Well... It's
Depends
complicated.
on. Yeah, I was say it is from a show, so it is kind of a thing.
I know there are some people who are physically and emotionally draining, so that technically counts. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that are emotionally draining, I have one question, I suppose, if there's nothing else to be had. Is everyone ready to
Well,
play
your
some Dungeons
emotions.
and Dragons?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
thank
weren't.
you. Thank you, Mara.
Do you have a
Yeah.
warrant?
Why should it matter, Tixel?
Then you should get off my back if you don't have a warrant.
Is everyone fucking ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my lord, thank you. Alright. Let us move on over to the game and also prepare music. Hold on. Now, admittedly, I actually don't have a pre-written intro to start us off. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait. Oh my god, I'm a goober. Hold on, hold on. Stop the presses. I almost forgot what was the most important thing.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Oh no.
Oh, goody. I was gonna say, we already had that blow through multiple times.
I actually, a couple nights ago, was just sitting out on a standing out on a porch while thunder just rolled in the distance. Where I'm from, we don't normally get thunder rolling because we're in a desert, so whenever it's there, it just boom, boom, thwacks, like, not rhythmically, but occasionally. And this was just rolling thunder and just constant flashes of lightning, and I just stood out there eating an ice cream. It wasn't cold or anything, it was just kind of like lukewarm rain, you know what I mean?
That sounds really scenic and quite amazing. Shut up. So we're gonna can one of the players please recite to me what happened last time we left our heroes?
Braun fucking died.
No, he didn't. Don't be so dramatic.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Now,
Alright.
Rio died for a little bit.
Yeah,
Got better.
Rio fucking murdered something, a artificer, and then just got raffle stomped by a paladin.
Yes. The party had
And then proceeded
combat.
to cut him in twain.
Yes, the party had combat with a group of adventurers, of evil adventurers, quote unquote. Of which, Rio basically killed the artificer almost immediately. And then subsequently, the paladin then just clapped straight back and killed and then dropped Rio in like 2 hits. I think it was.
So play the game goes to
was that, like-
Ale shoving somebody on, shoving a drone off.
Yeah.
I threw
Oh
it
my
off a
god, yes!
One hit kill.
Yeah, Ale fucking terrified
Shriek.
someone into falling off a cliff.
And then Mew rolled 9 3 times trying to hit an ice bolt.
Yep.
I was gonna gloss over that part, to
No.
help me feel a little better, but like, I guess we're good.
3 fucking 9s in a row.
Hey, at least it's consistent.
Can it be consistently better for her though?
It's predictable, which means you can work around
Such
it.
as D&D sometimes.
And it is, sadly.
You're all gonna have a session like that someday.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh no, I've had plenty of them.
And then we all spent 5 days, I think it was,
Yes, 5
studying,
days.
learning about
Yeah.
rights and fleetings and
Yep.
iterative
Whatever we
tasks we
focused-
wanted to do.
And there is
You know what we
even
focused
more.
on? Yeah. Because Braun still needs to do.
Rio
He's got-
successfully drain walked after like 4 failed attempts at falling asleep.
Yeah! We
Oh,
finally
yeah.
learned how the hell that mechanic works.
I made it.
It
so you
requires
said.
drugs.
Well, they help, but that's neither here nor there. And there's
sorry
still.
to tell you, I don't partake. My wife wouldn't have wanted me to.
Oh.
It's fine. The cat just can't sleep properly apparently, so he got some
Yeah,
drugs.
the cat of all people is the one who has frickin' insomnia. Apparently.
Must have been 5 a.m. or something.
Maybe. Is there anything else that the party recalls that they feel is important to note?
I missed last session. I was gonna try and watch it, but the time
Yeah,
just didn't
that
happen. I'm
time-
so sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, no,
No worries.
we had some time to go through our books and stuff.
There was a lot of occult lore that was dropped.
Yeah.
Whether or not it actually will apply to the session, but
Okay.
you got a bunch of you've learned a bunch of cool knowledge from it. Either way.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
learned a bunch more of the fleetings and where to get
Mhm.
them. We learned about
Mhm.
rights and arcanums.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, I believe, talked to the Fang person?
Yes.
Yes.
Ale
I
did.
don't
Yeah.
remember what happened or came of that.
I just wanted to get a judge of like what they were about and like
Try the
what kind of
vibe
role
check.
They were, since they're
Mhm.
someone we hadn't talked to at all. So
Yeah.
as we decide like what retainers to bring with us, it was like a vibe check,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, there she is to show.
that
for
was
the
a
check. This isn't. Yep, this was her, Amira Bellator.
and there was definitely a moment of panic for Ale. As
I
she's
don't know what you mean.
as Amira has a fair amount of experience with the capital
Mm-hmm.
in many circles.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not sure.
Going once.
I think-
Going twice.
Rio or Mew
Probably.
made a really, really cool pair of gauntlets for the cat.
Yes, that was in fact something that happened last time, and because of the frickin' roll on the craftsmanship, V, sorry, oh my god, V. Mu made a masterwork set of storm drum battle claws for Rio out of the percussagant skull, the storm bear skull. So
I gotta flex a little bit.
So those
That's why you didn't have
things.
success in combat.
Yeah. So those things have not only have all the fancy abilities that you can currently see on the screen, but have a +1 to hit and a +2 to damage. Because of the masterwork, frickin' quirk. Because when people make custom magic items, I typically tend to roll whether the item has like quirks or flaws or anything, and it got a craftsmanship quirk, and Mew is a lucky bitch. So, because she got a fucking 20 on the die for the table, and that's what a 20 gets you.
I believe Gail also bought everybody potions, and just a reminder to put those on your character sheet.
Oh,
I don't remember
yes!
who they were assigned to, but I think it was pinned.
Then they were distributed evenly amongst us all.
Yeah, if someone else can find that for Braun, that would be great. But otherwise, all right.
Need to be
In the
right group
meantime,
chat.
I believe that there's sufficient enough information to begin giving out inspiration. All right, let's see to whom the fates shall smile kindly upon this day. Hit! First roll's a 3, so UA. Oh, excuse me. UA gets a point of inspiration. Sorry to
That was me earlier. Don't worry.
belch would come up right as I was about to talk. Thanks, body. And then secondarily, is a 1. So Rio, in fact, gets another point of inspiration.
Hey, it's my first inspiration in like 3 months.
It hasn't been that long, I don't think.
I haven't gotten one since I used mine on like session 4.
Oh my
Did Ron
god, okay.
happen to get one last time, or am I great, or did I not?
He did, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
I can't remember if it was burnt or not.
I believe it was Braun. It was one of them.
It
Anyway.
shouldn't have been spent. I wasn't here to spend it.
Well, Braun was still working and functioning in that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Braun kicked
Noble
ass.
Yeah, he felt well.
Braun was fighting.
But yes. Alright. I believe in that case, without further ado, let us begin. Now, before the party sets themselves off onto the next major leap upon their adventures, upon their quest, leading to the whereabouts and the whatever the fuck is happening. With
Whereabouts
the
and whatabouts?
Yeah, thank you. That's a term. I couldn't think of it. Thank you. Of the esoteric, the possibly esoteric auction house, that is currently being advertised and invited to by. Actually, does anyone recall the name? No, this doesn't give anything extra. This is just for brownie points.
No.
Yes.
So
One moment.
I realized it was a long ass name that I challenged everyone to pronounce if they could.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can't pronounce it, but I got the name.
If you could say one of them, I'll give it to you.
Slurretzen.
Close enough. Oh my god! Now even I am having trouble pronouncing it. Thanks, GM. Uslerutin alahab vorakas. The first in Dragonborn or in Draconic, his first name would be Alahab. Basically, because Dragonborn naming schemes are complicated.
Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there still question marks on the creature that what's his face turned into? Didn't we get a name for that?
Oh, I can get that down quick. And yeah, that was I believe that is the Thirstling that you guys fought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can. My apologies. I can get that fixed up real quick. In the meantime.
My apologies. Sorry, that did come out.
In the meantime, speaking of, hey, Braun.
Yeah.
I believe there's a few things to wrap up with your character on.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. So, if I recall correctly, from what we had talked about between sessions, you wanted the free occult book that you wanted the chance to read.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Miracles in the Mother's Spine?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Alright, in that case, if you could please roll for me an investigation check.
I can try. Now, here's the question. No, I'm not gonna do that.
What are you gonna try to pull, Tixel?
I was jokingly starting like, now, does this involve... No, it doesn't. I believe that's just perception anyways. That is a 9.
Really? Oh. Hold on.
I kind of want to build up my inspiration, so I'm not going to use it on that.
I was about to ask if you wanted to use it for this book. Alright. In that case, the only information that you can glean at this current juncture is as follows. Which is technically already public information, but I shall read it once again. A common translation of an elven transcript of a tantric scroll originating from the Eowylid Mountains. For context, above board, the Eowylid Mountains are basically the mountains that border between Kanareshti and Kameyashti. Essentially the Dragonborn Empire and the various clans of Kamayashi. It speaks of an esoteric order of gem Dragonborn and various Kabuto who have supposedly achieved immortality. Now, recognizing that this is already several layers separated from the original source, it definitely takes a bit to try to garner, okay, what the hell, what the hell was the original intention? And you can tell there's poetry in there, which is great, but it's again translated multiple times, and it's not the original context. It's a fucking mess. This looks like some student's thesis of that they tried to run with whatever horseshit they had on hand. It's good. Definitely, it's gonna take a bit of cross-referencing, essentially, to try to figure out, okay, what actually is going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So long and short of it, nerds fucked up.
Like they always do. Hey.
Hey.
I'm a nerd too.
For the second part, what you intended on primarily focusing on with your downtime was getting a little bit more. It seemed to be you wanted to get into a little bit more, not necessarily occult research specifically, but just definitely seems to might be leading down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, just kind of figuring out just the general yeah. I believe the way I worded it was not necessarily esoterica, but mythos and the relation of fire within.
Okay, that's admittedly very broad. So there's a lot that can go within that space. So I guess I should preface: is there a specific facet or a specific thing you're looking for with just trying to research like the significance of fire?
Any sort of mythos or anything like that that kind of non-destructive fire is what he's trying to research right now.
Okay, all right, that I can work with. That is a bit easier to nail down. All right, so in that case, this is going to take a few things. Admittedly, because this is a shorter time frame, you're probably not going to get as much knowledge as you would like to in this time around, because you basically have less than a week to get anything. So, hold on, I have to bring up the mechanics. But this will still be able to count towards possibly some future endeavors, we'll say. So I'll save something for you to mark down in a minute. So the first skill check is going to be another investigation.
Oh boy.
13. And
Better.
a history check. It's better.
Oh.
It's better.
This one, I believe, I'm actually proficient in.
There you go.
That's a natural 2, though.
Oof.
You know
So,
what? Fuck it. Let's give it a try.
using inspiration.
Yeah.
Soft 20.
Soft 20.
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. So, as you begin delving into your research into the non-destructive forms of fire and its significance, you can kind of see yourself branching down two different paths. Essentially, looking towards two of the other headmasters, for lack of a better term, to kind of help answer a few of your questions and help with your research. For non-destructive forms of fire, that would typically fall under the purview of various elements that are equated with the aspect of spark, or weirdly enough, the aspect of gyre, which would mean essentially. Oh, go ahead.
Let's take a look at gyre.
Okay. In that case, you're going to be approaching Albot.
Oh boy.
As you begin reaching your conclusions and realize, like, I need another source for this. Would you take your books with you into his? Okay. So as Albud seems to be in the middle of like writing down something or like scribing out something, you just kind of knock through the door, just as like he like you see
Well,
now
no,
it was like this
he's-
very elegant. Oh,
If it's
yes?
unlocked, he's opened it and then knocked on it.
Okay. Great. So yeah, there would just be that. Well, as you creak it open, as you go to unlock the door, there is that solid. Just how old of a door this is.
I
and
don't know if it picked up the creak, because I didn't hear it.
Oh, it didn't? Did my mic not pick it up?
Probably not.
Oh my, really?
I bet it was a really good one, too. Sorry.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, I might have to mess with the sensitivity on my mic then at some point later. That sucks. I want to do fucking. Oh my god. I want to
Cool
do
mouth
freaking
sounds.
cool. Yeah, I want to do cool mouse sounds. Damn it. I want to do fob sound effects. Thank you. Yes. Great. Awesome. That's what I was trying to do. But yes.
It might be they have like crinkle or something on.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, as the door slowly creaks open, You can see what's currently on Albad's desk seems to be like this musical notes, this line of musical notes. That as the creek runs out, there's just a long line of ink dragging across with his quill, before he just kind of crumples that up and sets it to the side. Hello
Sorry
there.
if I'm interrupting.
No, it's fine. It was nothing important. What exactly was it you needed?
I've been looking into some personal matters, research involving personal matters. And I was
okay.
told you're the local expert on Gaia.
Yes. Why did he not show up? Hold on. Just trying to show the players. Oh, there we go. It wasn't updating on the thing. There we go. Yes, I am indeed the leading specialist in Gaia currently at the Atlight Archives. I must admit I'm a little surprised of the sudden intrigue. What brings you to my office today?
I'm just not getting it. And I might need another set of eyes. If you're willing, of course.
Hang on, let me grab. Hang on, we can actually do this on the map. Where the hell is Bronze token? You already moved him. Oh, you already moved him.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. Beat me to the punch. All right. But of course, yes. Come in. Set them here.
Yeah. Closes the door behind him very quietly.
All right,
Yeah,
kids.
we heard it that time.
Hey, thank you.
Sorry.
It's all good. But yes. So, what exactly do you seek?
He's going to set down a small stack of books that, if you can tell, probably by the titles, fire.
Right. Yeah. Albad starts skimming through the various books, kind of raising an eyebrow, looking back towards Bron. And you came to me for answers on this. Right.
Aye.
Is there a particular reason why you didn't go to approach Sir Coventin on such matters?
Not really interested in the making part isn't what I'm after, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of things, and I don't know if I should just dump it on you right now. He's going to form the fireball in the little ball of fire in his hand.
Kind of tilts his head slightly, looking at it.
Well, it's not magic.
Well, I believe you have voiced similar concerns and questions in the past on psionics, which admittedly I'm only so faceted in myself, but if you're looking Oh, yes.
I have met a brick wall on that, but I'm more looking into stories and tales and culture in I lost a lot to a fire, and I don't want to be that same fire.
I think I understand. Well, if you're looking for stories, I am admittedly a bit of more of the musical type, though there are certainly ballads.
Ballads aren't I forget if some aren't some people still mostly oral traditions right now.
Oh, absolutely. There are plenty of stories involving, well, if you're looking for ballads on fire, there are certainly plenty that could be sourced. But specifically for non-damaging sort of fires, you're looking for warmth, it sounds like, or the hearth, or...
Aye, that.
Ah,
I'd
I
rather
see.
be that.
Well, in that case, I can do the best I can. You have... basically, you have 2 successes, which means you'd be able to ask 2 yes or no questions with elaboration.
Okay, just 2 broad yes or no questions.
It can be specific, like if it's in looking into a specific topic. Like for example, does Geyer include this thing that I'm looking for? Could be an example,
Yeah.
and that could be elaborated on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's start with that for right now.
Okay. Well, in certain facets, yes. As much as Gaia typically involves any sort of element of the sky, the heavens, the heavenly bodies, and the sun is admittedly tied within that sphere. And a warm, sunny day is as much very much strong in lens and possibly spark as much as it is in Gaia. Gaia is about structure and synergy and harmony in a lot of ways, but it's also about... Oh, hang on, sorry, just a moment. But yes. Sorry, just lost my train of thought. Thanks, brain.
Structure and synergy and...
Yes, thank you. As much as it is also all of those things, it is also endurance. It is strength at a certain point. Not simply destruction, the strength to crack or break, but the strength to endure, the strength, the warmth that keeps the heart beating, for example. That rhythm is as important as any other instrument in the symphony.
Being strong enough to be able to afford to be soft.
Yes, that is certainly a facet as well. Gaia is the principle of all that shall endure, and, well, the strength and the comfort to carry on is certainly under that sphere. Another question?
I had one pop into my head. Just, is this a fool's errand? I'm not actually gonna ask that. But...
You can. Like, that is something you can do. If you can't think of anything else.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're good. If you need a little bit, that's fine. Or if you
also don't want it to be so much dead air.
No, I get you. This is kind of on the spot, so. I mean, if you do want if you don't want to ask like, not necessarily is this a fool's errand, but like, what's the next step, or like, what would be a fruitful next, like,
Yeah.
is there a fruitful next step to take? That's something you can do.
Yeah, we'll ask that question.
Okay. Well, is that it? Albad briefly gets distracted by a shape moving outside the windows. That's definitely not a flying cat. As before he composes himself. Well, I do think there is certainly some merit to this. And you're not a fool for coming to me for such, as much as it's certainly unconventional. But that's hardly a bad thing in the slightest. As for the next step in your journey,
It almost feels like there's little to no room for convention these days.
There really is in the form of magic. There are just as many rules as there are ones to break. And that's a complicated thing in itself. That'd be something to speak on Galen about. But that's unrelated.
Magic. I wish I would have magic. Then it would be so much simpler.
How about this?
Aye.
If you want to pursue a path of strength, of warmth, of that which will allow others to endure, to be protected, to be carry on in the aftermath, I believe Gaia might actually be a principle that would suit you quite well. If you would want aid in the future for helping further that pursuit, I can help the best I can. Or if you find anything else in the field, that might help your studies.
I thank you for hearing out a broken old fool.
They always forget that even such elements can make such wonderful works of art and wonderful music.
I don't doubt it. I mean, I've survived many a winter, so I know what warmth a fire can bring.
You did seem to be the creative type, yes. Well, I seem to strike you as at least someone who is interested in the arts.
Brew.
That was
You
more.
want to try some as he pulls out one of the
Cooking and brewing is a form of artwork, yes. Though I was more referring to your way with words. You're very, very poetic in certain angles.
Oh, yes. I wrote a lot. Is how I met.
That
And he like as he gets into that moment of it's how I met, something catches in his throat and he stops mid sentence.
Albert gives a solemn nod. Understanding magic is much like understanding poetry. There's not always a logical answer to give.
It's kind of just so long as it feels right.
Exactly. Not everything that is logical is right. And as much as there, even in the sense of Gaia, there's harmonies, there's rhythms, there's patterns. But you can't forget that sublimity, I guess would be the term. That might be something to look into further. And also expand your dictionary.
I'll tell you one, I've got a pretty colourful one myself.
Oh, I've heard. You know, there's no soundproofing in much of these chambers.
Now, where are you getting to?
You're very loud. Well, when you can get loud, I should say.
I got a voice that carries.
especially with such good acoustics. Gesturing out to the frickin' hall of the church.
I don't doubt that. And then he's gonna do the mental message and goes, but when I need to, I can be discreet.
He nods. Yeah. I suppose you have more poetry to write, and I have my own work I need to get to.
Hey, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I didn't mean to.
No, this was... It gave me a fresh start.
Hey, believe me, sometimes you just gotta put down what you're working on and pull something else up.
That is very true. But yes, I won't leave you any longer. I suppose you still have a lot of preparations to do.
Hey, thanks for the talk. Sometime again, maybe we can actually drink next time, as he pockets that back up and heads back out the door.
Maybe not something as strong to start, but take care. You know what to contact me. And the door closes.
Yeah.
So, alrighty.
Dude's got some kind of dwarven ancestry on him, I swear.
And now that leaves everyone caught up to the modern day, I believe. So, it is now the... Shit, hold on. I knew this. I had the calendar and everything. I want to say it is the 6th or the 7th. No, not the 6th or 7th. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Can I request one of the party members to keep a calendar of like what date it currently is in game? I did that for a while, but I keep forgetting to remind myself.
What if
Yeah,
we
what you
were
got?
to say no, nature? I'm joking.
Well, tough shit. All right, so the game started on the first day of basically the equivalent of December. In this case would be Ninguis. Is the name of the month, but and you were in the Crossrow for 4 days.
I think so.
Yeah, I called on. I want to say it is now currently the 10th. If everything is like, hang on. I'm trying to. I thought I had one that had a frickin' moon cycles and everything, because that's also something that's definitely not important whatsoever.
Did you see we had a spam bot?
Yeah, but that's already got written up. We're good.
Yeah.
As I say, Sari already intercepted.
Yeah.
Sari is a good.
For now, we'll say the 10th. If I find a better date to recalibrate from, we'll go from there. But I believe that is what's currently going on. I believe it's currently the 10th.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Can someone type out the month?
I could do that, but also your voice mod just turned on.
Oh, whoopsies. Sorry.
You're good. I was like, I believe it's this date. Recording data. What?
Give me the date, Turtle Man.
So 10th of Ninguis. It is 1528 in the Second Era. So 2E.
Okay, I was gonna ask how you spell that month.
Yeah, I've got that written down.
Which I believe. Hang on, I believe that's the right month, but I will double check. So we're doing a little bit of bookkeeping to start. Yep, okay. Yep, it is the month of Ninguis. And yes, I believe... Yeah, because it's the start of a new week, basically. And you've already... Yeah, you've already had... A bit less, yeah. A bit less than the week of downtime before. Then the dream battle happened, and then you had another 5 days, I believe. So then, oh wait, shit, would that be the 17th? We'll do it later. Figure it out later. For now, that's what we're working with. So,
On post.
yes, we'll figure. Yeah, there have notes I'll have to dig up later. Until then, we've already had enough. We've had enough bookkeeping. We've had enough downtime. There's only one last decision to be made. All of you guys have various amounts of equipment. You guys have your money. The potions should be divvied out for your next venture. Actually, I believe Mew requested something of Galen before she left. Which in that case, Galen could privately slip a piece of paper with what findings he could before he leaves, before you guys leave.
I'll happily take it.
I'm trying to think. Is there? I think that's everything except for who you guys gonna bring along with your on your journey. Because you have
everyone.
No, you've been given you've been given permission to take along 2 retainers, basically 2 of the students of the Adelaide Archives, essentially to go with you guys on a field trip, to do some field research.
I don't know about you, Mara. I do want to bring the other Fade person.
Bringing Clotho?
Clotho?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that could make some sense. Yeah.
If I get to vote for just one, that's my vote.
More than
I
fair.
would like to suggest we bring someone who has healing word.
Yeah. Do we know their retainer classes?
Do you want me to go down the list?
Yes, please.
All right. So. Also, I was trying to find the music because I realized that stopped. So we can have a little something to listen to while we prep. You know what? That works. And then doink. I'm gonna play song, bitch.
Who the hell?
Oh, that's fun.
Is Chip being a bitch right now? Hold on. And is it any soundtrack or is it just that? Hold on. We'll do.
I can't find the retainers in the lists anymore.
It's past.
Under
It's
players.
it's under players.
Yes, it's under players retainers now. All right. So, going down the list alphabetically. We'll just go with this. That works. So, at the beginning we have Amira Bellator, Dragon Chess Master, Huntress, and Constable in Exile, the independent student of Fang at the Adelaide Archives. She has an understanding of Fang too. She is a Sun Elf Warlord, level 2. And all of the retainers here today are their faction is listed as having association with the OSL.
So
Eventually in the future, you can basically, if you run into other retainers out in the wild, they may have affiliations and ties to other factions.
she's not Kinarethi, is she?
I mean, insight check.
Cool. Let's go for it. I'll roll an insight check. Does it involve? No.
No, this does not involve smell. You can't smell the blood of the heathens on her coat.
No, it wouldn't be on her coat. It'd be on her breath. Anyway.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
Anyways,
Well, no,
make an insight check, please.
Yeah, you got it. Soft 10.
10. Okay.
Straight middle around
okay.
the board.
She definitely has the resting bitch face, And she definitely has a lot of the mannerisms of one. I mean, of course, she's a sun elf. Basically, all sun elves are raised under House Keenerath
Right.
at this point.
But Braun doesn't judge that as she's still Keenerethi.
Now, whether or not she's an active member, it does not really seem to be the case. She, even just looking at her, she is wearing a military uniform, but all of its badges have been, like, all badges, all insignias have since been removed.
Wonderful. I immediately trust her 100% more.
Okay. And also based on the fact of, like, hearing that she is a constable in exile, as in, she has been exiled from the military.
Gotcha.
And for clarification, being a constable basically means she was in charge of, like, a regiment of cavalry.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Next up on the list we have Bella, no known last name. Dancer, herbalist, maid, and bookkeeper, the student of Iker under Mielo Nadal. Of course, this is the lovely lady that you guys have saved from Crossrow. Kept her from freezing to death in the snow. Her understanding is Ikor 1, because she just got here. And she is a half-elf healer. If that makes any decisions to be made. Or that influences anyone. There you... Any questions or anything else about her?
Not terribly.
Fair enough.
She's cool because we have story on her as well as Madoka.
Next up, Brenda Seraphine, choir singer, poet, bell founder. Bell founder means essentially she smiths and creates bells, and is the student of Spock under Einar Corventin. She is a human preacher, and level 2, and has the understanding of Spark 2. She is the student of which Mew worked alongside during her time here. Clotho Kasser, who is an ex-detective, antiquarian, and weaver, the student of Fade under Nurfe Yuridov. Understanding is Fade 2. He is also a Sun Elf, but is a Sun Elf detective, and also no other faction affiliations. If you want to insight him as well, that is your prerogative.
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay. Smells
Did I get
for
advantage
race.
from having hung out with him before? No.
I'll say, actually, you know what? Sure, roll advantage.
Okay, cool.
And you
Let's
kind of
do
need it.
another one then.
18. Perfect. This is a man who is very, ironically, actually very similar demeanor to you. Very quiet, very reserved, does not talk much, unless he wants to be heard. Like, and even then, he's very soft-spoken. He is not nearly as boisterous and in-your-face and preachy as the majority of the Keenerethi tend to be. Though you can definitely tell, and this seems to be a trend with people favored by Fade, this is a man who has seen a lot during his day. Or has seen a lot already, despite looking so young.
Yeah. Even when kind of researching, Braun has made a bit of a point to just kind of like hang around him so he's not alone. But if if he ever is shown like, hey, you're crowding me, Braun gives him the space he needs.
He's never he's never directly talked with you outside of a handful of times, maybe. But like that just kind of seems to be his thing. He seems to be a bit aloof in a lot of ways. But yeah, he does not seem to be very judgmental, does not seem to be very aggressive, does not share much of the hallmarks that you would normally see with a member of the clergy of Saint Callian, of Lord Callian the Righteous. So, yeah.
God, they're so pretentious.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We haven't really interacted much with them in-game yet, but... Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Be interesting to see. But yeah, in other words, Clotho passes the vibe check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. And next up, Madoka. Does not need much introduction, but in either case. Ex-fencer, forger, and ideologue, recent student of Aik under Ida Alkarn. Only has an understanding of Aik 1. She is a Yugure Karasu, basically meaning, like, crow. Crow corvid of the Kenku. She is a cut purse, and is affiliations with both the OSL and the Oxpecker Gang. If you guys would ever somehow get contact with them again, she might be essentially be able to be a liaison. Having previous experience with them.
So we are doing that side quest of getting her back with her sister, right? That's a thing. We've got to get them back in contact.
I mean, do you want to make that a side quest?
I'm asking the party.
I'm down to help her find her wings.
Her sister, not the wings.
Or porque no los dos? That's up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Or both. Yeah. I mean, I'm not against it, but at the same time, where we last left her sister was as a giant lynch mob was coming towards everybody.
I mean, probably
Which is
not.
also why we got to make
town.
sure she's okay. We can check on her, get her back in contact with her sister.
They kind of
worst
want
we
to
can-
lynch us too.
Yeah. The worst
Speaking
that
of
happens is we discover her sister's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of angry, Remora. Oh shit.
Remora.
Heretic of the Radiant Clergy of Lord Callian the Righteous. Student of Lens under Winfrida Illuminar. Understanding is Lens 2. She is a Moon Elf Sentinel, level 2. And she is only with the OSL. No relations. Do you really want to? Okay. You rolled a 5. You rolled a 5. She rolled a 4. Perfect.
Oh my god.
Ron is so not subtly checking on her, and she is so
Checking all
not
the
catching
elves.
on.
So, for one thing, not a sun elf, which tends to bump her up a few spaces. She is wearing some of the armor and equipment of the clergy, which brings her down a few points. Though the big thing that really puts you off, or that puts in your head, is the copious amounts of burn scars that are all around her face and her body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's an active member anymore, or views them in the same light.
Cool. Good to know. And again, Braun's not at all judging the Sun Elves because of them being Sun Elves. He's judging the church that their culture happens to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Tixel being a veteran of the other games has definitely helps to tinge the decisions made and the reactions to specific people.
Well, no, because Braun as a character also has
Well,
had
yes.
interactions with the Kinarethi. He himself is very...
But you've also been in other
wary of
campaigns where
them.
you've seen them, so you've been where the others haven't. Yeah.
I have been in one campaign, and I was in that campaign for 2 sessions.
I'm being a tool.
You still have more knowledge.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I'm being-
to the point of these guys here, I
Mhm.
feel like the ones that, skill-wise, and what we know of their history-wise, benefit us the most would be Bella and Clotho.
Hmm.
Though Amira's also up there from
Mhm.
the fact that she's got a lot of history in the capital with different striations of folks there.
Mhm. She has been amongst high society.
Ale is definitely not going to suggest Amira.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, Amira's got high society experience. Probably not good experience. So we don't want to force her to come along if she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think also doubly so because Ale is frightened of
I'd say
Amira.
she also like really
Not
sticks out,
frightened so
but
much
then we
as
also have a cat and a bee.
cautious.
Cautious, yeah.
It's like, hey guys, we're going on a stealth mission. Let's bring the general with.
Yeah, but we
Or-
also have a giant bee, so it's
I
not
was
like
gonna say,
anything else is gonna.
That's
stick
also
out.
a fair point. Yeah,
So
I will.
that's really the
I will.
problem.
Yeah, I will say for this, Amira is a very good tactician. And so in such maneuvers, she would be very beneficial on that
Mm.
front.
And don't worry, I can just be the distraction. Like any good tank, I should be the distraction.
Heavy
And
stuff.
don't worry, I can make you a bigger distraction, such as any buff support does.
Sets B on fire.
Please don't set me on fire when I'm trying to talk to people.
Well, no, remember
It still freaks
not when
people
you're trying
out.
to talk to people.
Still scares people.
Still psychic fire. Anyways, all
Well,
right.
no,
So we have.
the psychic fire is only for when things actively break down. Remember?
Okay, so sorry. So to clarify, so far we have one vote for Bella, one vote for Clotho, from Talon.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I only get to pick one, I would probably pick Bella.
Okay. 2 for Bella.
Second.
I have thrown my vote in for Clotho.
Okay, 2 for 2.
And also, if I get to vote for another person, I do agree strongly with Bella.
All right. Does anyone want anyone other than Bella or Clotho specifically?
Nope.
Yeah.
Alright.
I won't specify either because yeah, it's like it's less of it's not defeated things. It's like no, those I think are the two most sound.
It's
In my
good
own
stuff.
head.
A detective is going to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
is
for
also
this
true.
specific mission,
Clotho is
Yeah.
indeed a detective. So
Yeah, that'll help a lot.
and an antiquarian, which means
Yes, which will yeah
yeah.
study of antiques. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which will be very very useful for this. Yeah.
hey, Clotho, do you want to go with us on our mission?
Am I being requested?
We're asking if you want to.
You said you will be arriving at the capital, if I understand.
Aye.
It has been a very long time since I have returned there, but I am willing.
Good to know.
Is there anything else you need of me?
Just to make sure you're doing all right.
As well as I always have.
Gives a nod.
It
then
mimics the exact same
like
gesture.
Full understanding between the two.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to?
A shared nod. Just,
Alright, in that case, we shall bring Clotho over to the planning room.
No, yeah, above. Just that's the thing. Is like all the Fade members were just a bunch of big quiet people.
Everyone's quiet and depressed.
Listen, let us be quiet with our troubles. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Ale would want to go and make sure Bella seems okay with this sort of mission. Make sure that she doesn't feel the capital is going to be too overwhelming for her.
Oh,
Rio's just gonna check for his paperwork and make sure he has everything he needs.
cool. You get one of the other students to help like sort it, like make it neat.
You
Yeah.
specifically get Remora's help.
Yes.
Excuse me, Ramon.
But,
I
yeah.
expected in
But,
the
yeah.
triplicate.
But yeah, Bella. You actually notice that Bella seems to have taken a similar page out of your book and has made like a progressive nest of books surrounding her. that are all like in not nearly as like disheveled. Like they're all neatly organized, almost like a crown around her, in like different categories.
Autistic without telling me you're autistic.
Before she turns over to Ale. Oh, what did you need? As I heard you guys are going to be heading out soon.
Indeed, we've been considering you to come along with us, but I wanted to make sure that you'd be able to be alright in the capital. It can be a lot.
Oh, I see. She kind of ponders for a minute before looking back at you. Roll insight check.
Oh no, is she a Kinnarethi?
No! Yeah, she's a half-elf, not that half. 11.
I was joking.
Ooh. You can tell that there is definitely some fear in her eyes. Of a very familiar look of fear in her eyes. Of like, oh god, we're going to the capital of all places. And to put it simply, without knowing it, she is experiencing a very similar fear to you. And what concerns you would have going to the capital. But she's trying to maintain a smile, and a bit of like just a solemn nod of, if that's where I'm needed, I can't promise how active I would be in talking to people, but I'm happy to trail along.
Of course. And we'll do what we can to ensure your safety.
She kind of like is taken aback a bit by that. Like she kind of straightens up a bit in her sitting position and kind of tilts her head slightly. Thank you.
Are you gonna tell her that you know, or what?
You're not here. Shush.
I feel some of our concerns might be similar.
She can insight you.
Alright.
Are you still trying to hide your affiliations, we'll say? Or hiding your true practice from Bella?
No, I'm gonna basically not be really hiding it.
Okay.
Though I'm not sure how I can really show it
That's fair.
with any other specific. Without, like, targeting her with something.
Mm-hmm.
Turn her
Bella...
with a hex. No.
No. Bella does kind of look at you and kind of tilt her head a minute before she kind of reaches out with a palm and starts rubbing at her palm a bit. Before you realize she's rubbing off makeup. Which actually begins to reveal... seems like almost either reapplied or it feels fresher. But like you see this very ornate looking... actually almost from your experience, almost like alchemical diagrams. But like you see these patterns kind of going along the lines of her hand. Does this mean anything to you?
Am I familiar with that?
History check. 11.
I'm very consistent today.
Apparently. You specifically have seen that pattern before. Now, you've heard stories. You've never actually been able. You've never actually reached out to them specifically. But you had heard rumors of various branches or groups throughout New Arcastor that essentially are, I think almost like the Underground Railroad for witches, essentially, or like secret safe havens, that people can go to, or like if you, essentially if people know that symbol, you'd be able to find shelter. With people, with people who are in the know. You yourself have never run into any of these people personally, or at least if you have, you never knew any of them intimately. Though you've also seen a handful of those symbols also amongst certain crime gangs and whatnot. So take that as you will.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, just sort of nods and says, I'm familiar with from my time on the streets. Hiding myself.
You don't seem to have one of them, do you?
No, I never found others.
Oh, I see.
Well, not till Rio.
The cat is also?
No. He speaks,
Oh.
but he's the one who saved me in many ways.
Oh, okay. Alright. I suppose that makes sense. I haven't seen him for a very long time, but I think he would have liked Fenris. I'm not from the capital. I've been on the run for a little while. But he kind of catches in her throat for a minute before she just kind of swallows and nods. There are people out there who can help, and I know I can't, but maybe I can keep an eye out, okay?
Of course, thank you.
Of course. We can talk more later. I'm guessing they're waiting?
Indeed, we should be on our way.
Oh, okay. And then she immediately gets up and immediately starts sectioning off the books. Like, okay, I don't need to take these with me. I already have notes on these. And I don't think I need that one. And oh my god, I'm not even moving her. What the hell? Wait.
I still have permission.
Oh, okay, cool. But that actually was what she started doing. She actually did start fidgeting around.
Yeah.
And within the span of 15 or 20 seconds, she has a comprehensive pile of about 6 or 7 mundane books herself that she goes to I guess I can she tries to start stuffing them into various bags before she gets up. Okay, I think I'm ready. And then she will try to assert herself, hold her breath, and start strutting towards the door.
Do witches like books or something?
Really?
What's that?
Do witches really like reading or something?
I mean, it helps.
Witches love studying.
She's fun fact, she's actually a nerd. All right.
Tell 'cause
I
the
don't think
glasses.
all witches do, but these witches, in fact, happen to be nerds.
Yes, both of them happen to be nerds. But yes. So, I believe is everyone. Hold on. Where's the cat? Where's Rio?
I think we're also waiting on Yue.
Rio's just basking in the sun, making sure he's got all his paperwork
Hold on, I'll go get him.
on top of the snake head
I'd
fountain
say,
thing.
like, Yue is probably just, like, she's probably had her stuff prepared for a while. She's probably just leaning up against somewhere, just kind of waiting for everybody else to move.
Oh,
He's just gonna
because
kinda
you're still in the bedroom currently.
Oh, no, I just didn't move from the app. Sorry, I was...
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
You're
attention
fine.
over here. Sorry.
You're fine. Being
Franz,
a douche.
Franz gets to the door, opens it, and just kind of goes, Rio?
Does the cat respond?
Meow.
We're getting ready to go.
Okay,
think
on my way.
Okay.
He just gets up, does a big stretch, and hops down.
Big
fountain.
kitty stretch.
Or whatever the hell the snake is. It's not a fountain.
Yeah, it's a actually. If you want to roll a religion check while you're on the statue, Rio.
Just how sacrilegious is your action?
Absolutely 9. I mean, there is a lot of
Incredibly sacrilege.
there is a lot of like celestial motifs along the patterns of the snake, along with like a few like both in terms of the language and like there's a few star patterns kind of going down the scales that you can notice, and you're like, oh, that's pretty. Just keep snoozing. You have no idea their significance. And then you go back, get curtailed along with the rest of the party. All
Did the
All
snake
right.
statue used to have wings?
Good for to cuddle.
Anyways, anything else that anyone needs? Anyone need to go relieve themselves quick before teleportation? Any last minute acquisitions? Any last minute questions before we drop you in?
Oh yeah, that probably would have been something you checked in on, was just the any outfits that were prepared for.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Clotho, actually, if you may, and Clotho just kind of yes, and he will begin sifting. Yeah, he's begin sifting through his own bags. Hey, Braun, what would you like your formal outfit to look like?
Formal outfit. Fantasy formal outfit.
Okay. If you want me to come back to you.
Yes, please. Sorry.
All right, cool. Hey, Mew. I realize I just kind of dropped this on people.
I'm gonna drop a picture in the I'm just gonna drop a picture of the group chat. 1 second.
Oh boy. Okay. I will narrate. I will describe this for the sake of chat when it is posted. In the meantime, hey, Ale.
Oh, I got the perfect outfit for Rio.
Oh no.
So, I mean, what outfit she wants is she's wearing it. But if she's being
if she had to wear formal,
if she's being given a formal outfit, I imagine that they would have gone with like white with gold filigree and no tatters and stains.
So like,
But, like the
actually,
same kind of outfit.
actually much more holy looking robes, like a
Yeah.
for lack of a non-denominational priest's robes.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. And so yeah, you are given that cowl and all. In that case, Bella ends up taking this very deep, like rose maroon, like kind of red ball gown dress. That's like, it's not super poofy, but you can definitely tell there is a little bit of like a width to the waist. That she just kind of like, looks down at it meekly, just, oh, okay. Like, this is not the detail I was expecting. Clotho ends up wearing almost the exact same outfit he's already wearing, except it's like a little cleaner with a bit more filigree along the edges.
He's already well dressed.
Yes, he already has basically like a very formal suit on. Oh boy, what it... Sorry, I just saw the formal outfit that Code has requested. So you have... Is it exactly as is in the picture?
Yeah, just the bow tie and the thing and the hat.
Okay, so yeah, you have a... I believe it's a cravat. Or no, is cravat the right term? Hold on. You have...
Where's the image?
I'll post it in the Memento Magick group chat. This fresh freaking... But there you go. There it is.
Perfect.
Amazing.
False collar and bow tie.
Okay, I guess it'd be more. Yeah, I was thinking like I wasn't sure if the neck collar thing would be called a cravat or not.
No, a cravat is a very specific thing that kind of looks like a folded necktie. I actually have one. Where did I put it? My old. I'll get it in a second.
These outfits, guys, I swear. But yes, so yeah, Ale is wearing essentially has priest robes. Braun is essentially wearing a tuxedo with a... I know it's not called a kilt. I forget what the actual term is.
Well, no, you mean the
Is it a
tartan?
kilt? The tartan, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kilt,
that's a tartan kilt.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a kilt with a tartan pattern on it. The tartan sash is the thing that's typically known as the tartan object.
Gotcha.
Yes. So
is that... Yeah.
It's the same. Ideally, it's the same pattern as the one on his Hero Forge, which I know is just buffalo plaid, but I like it, so...
That's fine. It is more than fair. It's still a
Famous
very cool
buffalo
look.
plaid.
It's an amazing look. The suit actually does have a little bit of like I don't know how to describe it other than like Nordic, like filigree patterning, to it.
It's
like
got
if you look,
those-
if you look very subtly, you can see like dragon heads.
There's
and
the
stuff
dragon
like
heads.
that.
Is there also like some of those Celtic symbols? That
Yes,
are like
there's various knots and braids.
Yeah.
Like there's it's like almost like holographic. It's almost reflective in the suit fabric itself.
The problem is that it somehow makes Braun even more miserable.
Yeah. And then there's Mew, who decided to go full like goth Victorian. I'm afraid the cane. I'm afraid the cane can't be supplied. Or at least it's not nearly as fancy of a cane. If you would request one.
That nature is a cravat.
Okay, yeah. I mistook the two. And so yeah, there's like this. I guess like a corset and like a corset and like coat combo.
It just kind of looks like a vest and a sleeveless. Not necessarily a blazer, but some kind of just buttons to the vest.
Something like that in my collection of stuff, but yeah, I can't remember what that that particular one's called like a.
You might refer to it as a corset.
Hmm. Now,
my
does it
brain
al-
immediately
do-
goes
do
to like
you-
a bodice, like
Yes.
waistcoat. Yeah.
Yes.
Does
bodice
does it
sleeveless
also have the
waistcoat.
leg straps, like the leather leg straps with the boots?
No, I think I would just go with just plain black boots.
You mean
Okay.
the garters?
Yeah,
Sure.
those are garters holding up the
Oh,
If
yes,
it
you're
reaches
right. You're
to
right.
the hips,
Sorry.
it becomes a garter belt, but those are just garters.
Yep, garters
Gotcha.
can connect at the top of the yeah.
Apparently, I'm learning
They're
more
to
about
hold
fashion
the
every day.
socks up.
Cool. So
Listen, I did a lot of Victorian fashion stuff. Shut up.
Character design is my passion nature. I know these things too.
I am very well aware, and I appreciate the lexicon. But yes, as everyone is given their formal outfits. Oh my God! Sorry. What is Yue's formal outfit as well?
It would probably be a little bit of a fancier, like more formal kimono. Like the yukata she kind of wears normally. You know, obviously has shown signs of wear, of time, of life, and probably something that would also fit well a little bit with parts of her armor, as she still wears some of that even when in more typical outfits. Again, allowing a little bit of elegance with
Yeah, almost like a military uniform. Like it
a little bit,
makes it,
yeah. Like
makes it look a little bit more ceremonial.
Yeah, so kind of closer to military formal, I guess, for her concept of what it is. Yeah.
You kind of look like a daimyo a little bit.
I mean,
Actually, which it's gonna have some
Wouldn't
interesting looks.
oh yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna have a little bit. But yeah. She probably will tie her hair up in a slightly more formal way too. Just doing a couple foldovers in the back.
Now, I would discourage from wearing your outfits right away, especially depending on where you will end up impacting, or arriving. I should say that was a poor choice of words. I cannot guarantee that you will be entering within the Scholars District when you are teleported into the capital city.
Impacting? Oh no.
Good job.
You will not, if my calculations are correct, you will not be injured upon landfall.
Yeah,
So who's
that's
ready?
the last teleportation.
We're gonna look like a group of chuckle fucks.
Yeah. I also am not.
Well
I'm not
dressed.
familiar. I'm also not familiar with if there's been any new constructions at any potential landing sites. So whether or not you
Appear on a wall.
We're not
I-
gonna.
you probably won't
suffocate,
teleport.
are we?
You probably won't be within a wall, but you might end up randomly being in someone's new house, which
Makes sense.
because as for those who are not familiar with New Arcastor City, it is almost constantly under construction. New buildings are being added and renovated almost every day at this point
Has
now.
Braun been to the capital before?
That's a good question. Have you? We'll say just
I don't know if Braun has, but I know his son probably has, and his son might have.
Yeah,
explained it to him before.
you've probably received letters, talking about stuff going on at the capital.
Yeah,
But you yourself have probably never been there.
gotcha.
It's been a
But
few
yes.
months, but I'm familiar.
It's not the kind of place
capital.
I tend to be in. Sorry, that's the wrong accent. Not the kind of place I tend to be in.
Understood. But yes, to remind everyone, you're to be searching for a Uslerotzin Alahab Vorakas, an iron dragonborn of a presumably noble persuasion who has gotten his hands on various highly antiquated magical artifacts, and if you can find him and or such those who are affiliated with him, getting an invitation to this auction, gathering as much information as you can, and if possible, ensuring such devices and such antiques don't fall into nefarious hands. If
Aye.
that, and I shall leave it to your discretion how you shall achieve such. If there are any complications or anything goes awry, you should be able to contact Albard, who can then contact myself.
Understood.
Any final questions?
He is putting her outfit into her bag and just kind of shakes her head before taking in a breath.
If we were at the capital, and I'm not saying we're going to go sightseeing necessarily, but if we buy anything over there, are we permitted to hold on to it back here?
If you get any souvenirs, we'd have to find places for them. Or if you were to make any donations to the archives, that is also acceptable. But we can make amends for storing personal belongings.
Gentle nod.
Alright. Everyone ready?
Real quick, just a buff table before we head
Mhm.
out. Would I've had enough time to kind of tinker and swap out one of my infusions?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because I already have the like stat block and everything for it.
Do you have the gem for it, or
I
Well, we
would
can
have
get
had.
that
if it's what I think it is, if it's what I think you're referring to,
I would have had the money to get one. I could get one here.
We'll say, how much gold is it?
It's like 100 gold. Let me just double check.
100 gold?
That doesn't sound right. Not for a level 2 feature. The next one you can get at level 2.
This is...
Wouldn't it be like 10?
It was something on the... I remember it being on the cheaper end. I can also look it up. Hold on. Because if you're trying... Because depending on how expensive the gem is, that's going to affect your the availability. Because there are definitely magical elements. Yep. It needs to be worth at least 100 gold pieces. Okay.
Oh,
So...
That's a lot more than I remember.
Roll a persuasion check.
Minor, please.
Not a 9, not a 9.
Blacksmith Daddy. 22!
Nice.
You realize how much in the past few decades that the gem market has only gone up and inflated dramatically. What color? Einar just pulls out it opens up a drawer and shows out like a handful of different colored, like small polished gemstones from like seemingly like a personal collection.
Is there one that looks? Is there one that like has the look of like tiger's eye?
There is a piece of topaz.
Close enough.
Okay.
Thank
So, yeah, he
you.
would- Don't tell anyone. And he just closes it.
He's got a soft spot for you.
You're not there. But yes, in that case, you have that within your purview. Right. Okay. Anything else? Last minute before everyone holds hands.
He's gonna spread his wings in case something stupid happens.
Okay.
And hover.
I can promise this is not going to be nearly as random and bombastic as the previous escort that has teleported you all here.
Yeah,
Um,
no. What's his face? I trust you much more.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
Ambrose.
you was reaching out to the two other people on her side, yeah, her antennas twitch a bit as do her wings, so there's kind of a couple.
Ambrose Huckabee or whatever his name was.
Professor Huckabee is definitely an eccentric sort, though there's nothing to be doubted about his skill. Though,
Less doubtful about his skill, more doubtful about him being sane. I know it's.
no, that's accurate.
I
Quite
know
like
it's
him.
coming from me, but
I mean, you could call us all a little bit mad, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways. Alright. Keep me posted if anything goes wrong on the other side. Alright?
Will do.
gentle nod.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. Everyone hold hands. Grip tightly. Don't suck in your guts. It'll only hurt more. Keep everything loose. Please don't sing.
What in
That was
Whoville?
me above. That was me above game.
Oh,
Braun does
okay.
not do that. There's not enough right now. I'm a giggly bitch. Braun is a depressed man.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Either way. As Galen begins to chant underneath his breath and his grip tightens a bit, once again you feel that familiar pull at your chest as your vision begins to swirl and shift in colors and shapes. And one moment, please.
Vindsvept.
Okay. I think this is it. Yep. All right. I have to mess with the audio a little bit. Oh, I just... Hold on.
My clicking isn't picking up on the iPad.
It's a little bit, but it's alright. So, let's back out to the map for just a brief moment. The tug at your navel dulls in sensation with each draw through the weave, and a dull crack sends the stream of blurring colors in your vision asunder. You are jettisoned feet first upon dirt and cobblestone, coal smog and dust clouds filling your lungs from the production of buildings and districts above. The faint hammering of nails and chisels never truly silence in the city. The skyline melds with the horizon, with soft blue tiles and white marble statues that almost bring the heavens closer to your grasp. Especially so to the cathedrals at the very top. Down here, however, there's a much heavier splash of red intermixed, whether from braided red and white ropes with angular paper strips, or marble white archways with sharper cornered roofs and scrolls of bright crimson with only scratchings of common and small letters. You have found yourselves in a small pocket of a culture only UA finds intimately familiar. of statues and symbols you'd only ever seen back in the ghetto of Everton. That, however, is only the peripheral of what draws your attention. The crimson seals and freshly painted statues frame well the blank stone wall of the district's edge, now draping with a cape of blood, cascading from a hung-up corpse. They were an old human man in plain cleric's robes, balding with wiry white beard and a permanent scowl now forever frozen on the glassy-eyed face. They are now strung up, crucified against the stone wall, with a shroud of blood painting pictures of fanged elves, paladins with the horns of Oni, and the bodies of starving and dead Kenku and Kabuto alike. Below it are two phrases, one in Shingengo and the other in Common, but both read the same: not our gods. You guys are dropped down into what seems to be a very freshly constructed quarter of New Arcastor City. Somewhere along the edges of this very otherwise very freshly, very almost mint condition construction you see around you. However, the streets are mostly empty. The stalls are mostly left unattended to. And what semblance of sounds of voices you can hear are currently being kept back by various guards, who are now keeping people away from the display you see along the south wall as you immediately crash your way down.
Where would you say we are?
The party is currently down here. Oh, here.
Gotcha. Braun's immediately going to just look at the rest of the party, look over. What the fuck?
Yue just kind of stands up and stands tall, looking up at the display, and just kind of almost a steeled gaze. So you said just making sure for above table, this was Yue has seen something similar to this?
So, okay.
Yeah,
to
just making
reiterate,
sure.
the town itself has some similar patterns. Not
Okay, but
this
not
display.
the display. Okay,
No,
just making sure.
no.
Okay, well that changes
is-
a little bit of her expression, just kind of a hint of concern, but she's trying to obscure it a little bit. Kind of just reaching a couple hands, like her two left hands back, almost like if she's towards the front, almost like trying to bar some of the others from looking at it or getting closer.
What does everyone do?
Are there any sky griffins?
Rio, as you look up ahead, you can already hear the beating of wings and screeching of various avian creatures, as you can see sort of glistening silhouettes of multiple large winged forms kind of orbiting, doing perimeters around the city, around the district, I should say.
They probably can't track. Braun's going to do a mental connection with one of the guards and just never mind.
I mean, do you want to try? You want to try that?
Just what are the words that Braun would try and
I'll say for the sake for a bit of context, like the guards and most of the people seem to be kept back at this what Yue would recognize as a torii gate up here. And most people are being kept like out of this whole courtyard right
we
before
this like
the main
compass
gates.
rose token here or something?
Yes, that's where the party is right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
display is
Anyone-
along the wall down here.
Is anyone taking notice of us that we're like well past the guard blockade?
Not immediately, though. You definitely get the feeling you're going to be noticed soon.
Yeah, just mental connection tries to hide. Guardsman report. And like a shitty New Arcastor accent.
Over there, okay.
Which direction are you projecting it? Like, who are you trying to draw from?
One of the guards closer to the body.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably. Yeah, you can already see a few people, a few guards trying to like, or at least a few guards and one like, robed figure currently trying to like, essentially prestidigitate clean, essentially clean the blood, off of the wall, but like it's not easily coming off.
Well, the reason Braun thinks this will work is because message is such a common thing, or like other mental things, that like this. Hopefully, this guard won't even think about.
Yeah.
Giving a response.
What? You know what? High or low, Braun?
High. Let's go.
Okay.
Fucking fantasy police.
Probably just after a quick glance, Yue is looking around, already grabbing hold of a couple people by the arm and trying to head into this alley over here. Out of sight and out of way.
We're
Right,
supposed
awesome.
to go out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to make myself scarce.
Okay. Whoever is hiding,
magic.
roll stealth checks.
See,
Can
that
I
means
do
I have.
both? Like, send
Can
that
Rio
out and
just
then hide?
walk around the long way to get out of where we are?
Okay. I will say. Okay. So one at a time. First off, Braun. If you, I will say if your first motion is to make the connection and then hide, you're gonna be stealthing at disadvantage, because you're drawing attention to your essentially, to cause people to search, look in your direction.
The thing is, there's no magical residue. There's no
right,
components
but
to it.
you're still calling out to one person who can, drawing from the people who are closest to you.
Fair enough. I'll do it. I'll go for it.
Yeah, and for me, why there's two numbers is since I'm wearing chain. Disadvantage on stealth. Yeah. Okay. I mean that's already almost present for poor character.
How do I do the advantage? There it is. Found it.
So what was the message that you sent, Braun?
Just in not the best attempt at a new Arcastian accent, just soldier report. 11 stealth.
Okay. And so where? Okay.
Not
I guess I should ask.
Guardsman report. Sorry.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'll allow that retcon. Which direction are people trying? Like, where are people trying to hide? Is also a big question.
I believe all over with UA.
Running over this.
Trying to duck between these buildings. I think Rio's taking a different route.
Rio's just gonna walk down here and just hang out with the crowd because that's where the people are being guided towards or kept from. Or he wants to go with the crowd and not try to draw any suspicion.
So the party is immediately splitting. Wonderful, love it.
I mean,
well, the cat who's crazy
yes.
good at stealth.
Yes,
is
I
splitting
understand.
From the rest of the party.
All right, there you go.
Well reconvene. I'm sure that's something similar to what the rest of us are doing. For once, I get to blend in, kind of. Huh?
Yeah. You start. You very quickly. You know what, Mara? Roll perception, because you're the only one who knows the language here.
Yes, I do. Let's put that back to normal for a second. Oof. I'm going to burn my. I want to burn my inspiration.
That's up to you.
No, not this time.
Okay. You very quickly start glancing around before you make out the Shingengal character for home, like somewhere in this direction. You're like, okay, cool, that way. Yeah. As you very quickly kind of start ushering, like, half ushering, half speed walking. You know, as you can already see a few eyes kind of glancing out windows and like silhouettes kind of behind a few paper walls actually that are in this district. As the entire party starts managing their way this way, Braun, you only briefly glance back at the direction you pointed to see this gentleman looking pissed. Start strutting in the like vaguely in the direction you guys came from. Hold on, where is he? There he is.
He is just gonna hang out on this.
This gentleman.
Here.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh dear.
And you hear kind of shouting out, "Kyron! If you're trying to do impressions at this point, I'm not happy." And as he's like shouting out to like the other guards, another one's like, "Oh shit!" Like immediately like making themselves scarce. I taught that boy better than this.
So I fully got away with that.
He did not see you. Seems none of the party was spotted as I rolled a 2.
I am so glad. I am so glad that psionics has no components.
Okay.
The brain.
So the party immediately is like, are they like? I guess they're hiding up against like this this little alcove here, over essentially underneath the roof, of what now you can kind of see UA as you're getting closer. Almost seems to be like this weird housing complex, like, it's you can tell that there's different tiers to it. That the buildings themselves kind of branch out and widen much wider than like the base of the foundation is. For some reason, like you see struts and supports for like a lot of other smaller buildings, kind of like hodgepodge, like built on top of each other.
My brain was immediately thinking the walled city, an old real world thing that was super terrifying. At least for
a little bit, but very much more traditionally like designed.
Much more.
Yeah,
I was just saying because that building was relatively modern for its time. Yeah,
this is like the closest thing you can get to like an apartment complex, essentially at this point in time. Kowloon?
Oh yes, Kowloon, exactly.
Yeah,
Kowloon,
yes.
City. Yeah, kind of that haphazard construction kind of just balloons out of nowhere. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Somebody else remembered what it was called. Yeah,
there are like
Kowloon.
stairwells and ladders, like going up to random doors, like between each other. Like it's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah. Here, I'll send an image of what one part of Kowloon looked like.
Oh yeah, I briefly looked it up. It's haunting looking.
Yes. It no longer exists, but yeah, it was horrifying.
Which, yeah, everyone else is kind of huddling up against there. You know what? I guess I could probably also roll something else quick. Okay. So,
Here's a jetpack.
You hear, actually, UA, you would actually hear, near one of the windows, there's a bit of like a not as loud, but like a bit of a soft tap, like trying to get your attention.
I look in the direction of it.
You see, sort of faintly gazing through the window, like the silhouette of a surek, one of the ant kabuto, is like trying to mutter to you quietly, and Shingengo, like, "What are you doing out there?"
He actually doesn't hide any pretense in this little out of place. Made a wrong turn.
Roll persuasion?
Persuasion? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'll keep with that.
You brought outsiders here? Like...
Yes.
I don't know if any of you are infected. Sorry. I need to just close this door again.
Fucking what?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
like, yeah, Yui's head stays tilted in the direction of that, and then she starts kind of, like, her eyes just then suddenly dart around the area.
You hear in your head, are you a good lass?
Cover your mouths. I say that out loud.
Hey!
Gentle
Hey,
rearrangement of the tartan to cover his mouth.
hey, Rio.
Mhm.
You're heading over towards where the crowd is. Roll for me a perception check. And this is not based on smell, unfortunately. Oh!
Gotta re-roll that.
You want to use inspiration?
Yes, please.
Go for it.
Yeah, Yui pulls a...
It's
Check it
not in that
over a
one.
Yeah, Yui's pulling a scrap of cloth from part of her, like, outfit or something, just to
Was
kind
Rio
of cover
close
over her
enough
mouth.
was Rio close enough to hear the party?
I would say no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Especially good due to the proximity to the crowd. So you are trying to make sense of what you are looking at out here. First off, you are seeing a lot of different peoples you have almost never seen in your life before. You have seen one or two like of these bird or bug people like at a glance or like from like another side of the room. Here you are seeing like a whole sea of humanoid birds, insects, crustaceans. You actually do see a few dragonborn amidst the group. The majority of which seem to be like also like either covering their face or wearing like a bandana or a shroud, some sort of face covering. As there seems to be commotion of like, let us through. We need to get home. It's like there's this sense of distress. Though you're only getting spatterings because like only some of it is in common. There's a lot going on here, and you don't know what the hell is going on. Like you don't know everything that's happening. Like
Yeah.
the most that you can really you can really see is that some people are clumping, essentially up against where the blockade is with the guards. You can see a handful of people that are either like sitting down, from alleyways, or like laying out, like either passed out or dead, down other alleyways, or like are being taken away from the streets. Like there's something going on here.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably as a couple more moments pass over where I'm at, probably helping direct each of them to maybe obscure their faces, like further, like their features, try to...
Rio's just up on this railing looking over the crowd.
Yeah, and you can now see that that guard, which which you can kind of see now actually as a bit more heavily armored than a lot of the other the other guards here. Like most of the guards seem to be having either chainmail or partial chainmail or partial chainmail. This guy's wearing full plate. That you messaged, Braun. With looks like a great sword on his back. As he looks like fucking pissed. Before he looks up to the sky and just lets out I'm not gonna do the whole the finger whistle, but calling out before one you see now coming down this massive rooster griffin with like this heavily armored golden filigree armor. This individual just kind of briefly stepped down, and you hear a bit of muttering. A bit of banter back and forth before the human kind of gets just a bit more exasperated and then just does a shrug off like whatever, and then just waves him off to to have him fly away again. By the gods. And now this time there's going to be another. I'll say you guys are currently still up against the wall, but you're not. You're still in a very public position. The guards are still moving around. There are still patrols. You can only stay in this one spot for so long.
Try and get back around through all the way back here. Is that a thing we can try and do?
Yeah, is there some way to do so in a semi-obscured way?
With where the blockade is, which is currently here at the essentially fencing at the Torii Gate, you would have to go up either go up the stairwell or and jump down, or try to find another roundabout way, either going around this mess of the building or going around the back.
I'd almost be tempted to take the stairway because then I can just maybe help Buzz down and help people down.
Okay. I will say this will take another stealth check from the group. Rio is fine where he is. He as far as unless you're doing anything major.
No, Rio's just already at the top, just on the railing there, and he'll rejoin them if they all make it down safely.
Alright, here we go. It's an 8.
Oh. I'm there with you.
Oh my gosh.
I was already going to assume that I probably wasn't going to be too stealthy once I jumped down.
Oh my god.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Join
8.
One of us.
Oh, almost.
So close.
Almost an 18.
Hey, let you have this.
Would have been very funny to all the 8 though.
Yes.
You've got to be shitting me.
Okay. Just in case, can Braun pull out one of his I
don't think he needs this.
Pull out one of your what, sorry?
It. The bottles of the medicine, his prescription.
Ah, yes. Fair enough. Yeah. So yes, as all of you begin to creep your way up the stairwell, kind of keeping below the railing best you can. You keep passing by other windows, which you actually do see a handful of them that were previously open are now shutting as you get close. However, as you come over to the edge of that railing toward the north side there, it's like a 25 foot drop that you would need to scale down with your group.
Okay. Would probably. You know what? Fuck it. Braun's gonna shift.
Okay. All right. You just kind of take a moment to concentrate. And the fur begins to expand down your neck and across your body. Your fangs begin to elongate. Your claws extend. What you doing, buddy?
Anyone who wants to try and hitch can try, as he's going to start trying to use his claws to give him some grip as he climbs down.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If
Anyone
I can justify that at all.
Anyone trying to piggyback on Braun?
I'd say whoever remains behind, I might grab hold of them and
If somebody flies.
casually
I
jump
mean-
over. Yeah, the three of
Yeah.
us can fly, so
That is
Yeah.
true. Yep.
Yeah.
one of us nods so
Ayla's
subtly.
going to usher
guess
Bella into Yue's hands.
I was gonna say, I guess the offer was more towards Cortho or...
Oh yeah, they're
Clotho.
here.
Also,
Oh,
no,
I need to roll
Bella.
stealth checks for them, too.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Mhm.
No,
Continue.
they've been fine. They couldn't have...
Yeah, so you... Okay. So...
First, the
yeah.
funny thing is actually thinking of all of the flying ones here. One of us is extremely loud, and one of us is fucking silent.
That is true. Yeah, you can... yeah. So yeah, you can see now, like, there is still, like, activity going around. You can see that, like, there's still, like, kind of puffs of arcane smoke coming from towards where the wall is, trying to clean up this mess. A few more guards seem to be coming over now, after the captain just, like, can one of you help me get down this damn body? As a few guards walk straight past your position, heading down towards the wall.
We're not being quiet, they're just fully incompetent.
They're distracted.
I rolled a fucking 8.
So
Meets it, beats it?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'm gonna get Bella in Yue's hands to
Yeah.
help her down.
So this bronze offer basically is going towards either Cortho or Mew, whichever one wants to take it.
Clotho just kind of shakes his head. I can handle myself. Don't worry. Before you then turn to, sorry. What you said, was it ale grabbing? Sorry, was ale grabbing Bella or?
No, Ale handing Bella off to Yue.
Oh,
'Cause
okay. Gotcha.
one of us can carry the weight of another person with relative ease. in
No,
flight.
I can
okay.
carry anyone.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Oh, okay. As Bella is being put into
Bridal fury.
Yue
Yeah.
also has 4 full arms to help support this person too, so it's
That
gonna
is
be a
true.
comfortable ride.
4 full arms, I can carry over 500 pounds while still being able to walk and technically
Mhm.
fly.
If I need to make some kind of constitution or strength check to climb down safely with someone else, I will.
I don't weigh that much, so hopefully that won't be an issue.
I was gonna
Cool.
say, Mew, are you hitchhiking on a bronze back?
I trust Braun not to squish me if we fall.
Okay.
So
Oh, no, yeah, if
hey,
we
Braun,
fall,
what's
Braun's gonna angle himself underneath.
what's your strength score?
10.
Okay, all right, that could be worse.
Does being a werewolf right now, not that I know it doesn't affect the score, but does that help at all with the task I'm doing?
I will say this will be an athletics check, but because of the claws and because I'm nice, this will be a straight roll instead of disadvantage with a Muse. Carrying Mew on top of your stuff. 13.
13.
Okay.
You didn't fall down
Yeah.
a cliff and get stuck in the ground this time.
Yeah, it's a relatively short drop, so you just kind of need to like hang off the edge a bit before you just kind of drop down into your hands and legs.
If I take any damage, I also have temp HP from the werewolf form, so I
You
can
are
take
fine.
that. Cool.
You are fine. And all of a sudden, you just see Clotho just like almost like Dark Souls roll, like taking the impact.
Yes.
as he comes down, and then just stands back up, brushes himself off like nothing happened, and then just quietly mouths, "Let's keep moving."
Gentle nod, and then mental message, just best plan of action.
Also for the sake of this, I believe, yeah. There you go. I was gonna say, Rio,
We're gonna follow
the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna reconvene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Yui tries to give him a little bit of reassurance, but I'm sure it comes off a little gruff, just like, "Don't worry." And yeah, she just kind of scoops Bella up in all four of her arms and just kind of quickly just like hip shimmies herself over the edge of the wall and let her wings start buzzing for descent. I'm not trying to. Yui's not trying to maintain flight. She's just trying to soften her landing.
Yeah, the L's just gonna very silently glide down. I'll glide.
Yeah. The scariest thing in the world. You don't hear it, but gods, you can see it.
You
owls have evolved to be silent. When
Yep,
they
their
You
feathers.
First, before anything else, UA, roll another perception check for me.
Sure thing. Performance. Ooh. I forgot to turn off.
That's fine.
disadvantage.
21. I see the 21. So you can overhear as all of you guys make your way safely down to this. Looks like another alleyway that continues behind this like sort of temple-looking structure and further beyond. You can see a number similar to what I described before for Rio. A crowd of various Kenku and Kabuto, a few Dragonborn, and now you can see like one or two Yuan Ti actually.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm guessing most of the Dragonborn are gem.
There's actually a pretty decent mix.
Okay. More than
amidst
fair.
them. A few like maybe there's a few more metallics, but it's still mostly pretty even. From what you can make out. And you can hear various different call-outs. Like you can hear one of the guards, one of the few guards who can apparently speak Shingengo or is translating. Looks to be an elven gentleman. Is essentially is calling out to everyone like keep calm. You know, this area is being this area is under lockdown. Once the courtyard is clear, you guys can go back to your homes. But the gate is still closed until the quarantine is lifted. And you can hear multiple people crying out like, "I need to see my family. I need to go home." Like, various voices of distress and concern. Some people are angry. Like, it's a little bit of a mess, as you can kind of see at the moment. Though even from the crowd, you can still hear and see a handful of people coughing as well amidst the shouting.
Ill.
Yeah, I probably. Sorry.
Brian just kind of looks towards Ale. How long have you been away from the city?
Only a few months. This is an unfamiliar construction.
Distance the dream.
Yeah.
I will say for this, for Rio and Ale, this was not done. This was not constructed when you were last here. This is like very recent.
Yeah. Probably.
Was this constructed when I was last here?
Probably not. I would say. Like, you might have heard of people like workers coming in to like work on a new section, but this was not at all like this when you were last here. This is very recent reconstruction.
only after glancing around a little bit at all the things, yeah, Yui's gonna let Bella get back onto her feet, then kind of gently push her towards, push her and pretty much everybody else out, away from this crowd back in the alley, trying to circumvent a way,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay. So sorry, which direction are you going?
West. I was
West,
trying to
down that
find
way?
them.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, down the alleyway and probably heading then west to northwest.
I will say
Again,
then at this
trying
point,
to
one more stealth check
one more stuff.
for the group.
Okay.
Damn. Ooh.
The bee wants to be settled.
Mhm.
11.
Just a cat, guys.
Just a meow.
Just a meow meow.
It's the wrong Santa Claus. That was my character sheet.
So, as you begin creeping down the alleyway, you can actually see from the crowd. It looks like one of the a Mafkabuto, Imusoka, essentially try to fly up from the crowds and like go over. Before you immediately see that one griffin knight kind of like immediately pivot from the sky and like drop down like a peregrine falcon and grab him before heading off in another direction. And then from that you see everyone begin to scatter, essentially away from the perimeter. Not many other people seem to run down your direction, luckily. Seem mostly unharmed. However, amongst the chaos and people going around, actually, let me check something real quick. So, Mew, actually, as you are creeping along with your companions, you can hear like the tink of like a rock being thrown against the wall.
Okay.
Over here.
Where's this coming from?
You tilt your head over, and you will see, actually, looks to be a metallic dragonborn, some kind. Seems to be elderly, or at least definitely older looking, a bit hunched over, in these very bright looking robes. Give me a minute, I'm trying to find. I thought I had the picture here. Hold on a moment. Sorry, I'm looking at a bunch of different things right now.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Shit's going down a little bit.
Yeah, no shit.
Nature, what the fuck? Like I've said it before. I've said it in a joking way, but genuinely, what the fuck?
All shall be answered. Oh my god.
Oh,
Sorry, one of my mods just DM'd me where I was looking for the picture. Thank you, Oz.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me grab that now. It should show. There it is. And so now you should be able to see this elderly dragonborn woman.
Oh shit.
I love that design.
It's so cool.
As she just kind of like very gingerly beckons with one hand, like, "Come here, come on."
of us or just Mew?
She seems to be getting Mew's attention, but like, you see her kind of gesture to like to your other friends, like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, if they're not like if they're not noticing her, I'll just like get their attention. Like, hey, over here.
Yeah.
I'll go over.
And as all of you kind of follow quietly behind this this waddling old woman, you know, walking along with her cane, and kind of, you know, sweeping away any rocks that might cause any more noise or trip on anything. She eventually.
Oops. Sorry.
You're good. As Braun goes into a murderous
Still a
rampage.
fucking-
No.
Braun just goes up and slits her throat? No.
No,
Rips out her jugular.
Punch her in the face.
No. Yeah, the woman kind of very gingerly taps on one of the side doors along the back of this building over here, and like a little peephole just kind of opens before she whispers in. The eye kind of peers out and just kind of roll, like, only some of you can barely see the eye roll before it kind of closes again and just the door unlocks. And she gestures like, come now, don't dally.
Here we go.
And she just opens the door. I keep forgetting that. I keep going to creak, but I keep forgetting it doesn't pick up on the mic.
No,
did it pick up that time?
It was mostly just the first one that didn't, I swear.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's just weird. Okay.
No worries.
I need to get close to the mic then, I guess.
Yui probably goes in last, just kind of, again, doing one last glance around and then giving a nod to the Dragonborn before kind of pulling myself in. I'm guessing, actually, probably these doors are probably, well, no, most Kabuto are not as big as I am.
You do have to duck a bit,
Yeah.
UA. It's not nearly as bad as other buildings, but yeah.
Can I willingly drop, or is it something that has to time out?
If you're in control, you can drop it at will.
Okay, cool. Braun drops. Back to human.
All right, so.
Ironically, this party kind of stands out more.
A little bit.
Look at the normie.
Look at the you're looking after the funny human man. Look how normal he is. Look how normal and not weird he is, the weirdo.
What a fucking average Joe, I swear.
Man, what a John Doe over here. Jesus.
Oh no, Braun's dead?
About to be. No. Alright. Let's get the creepy music out of here for a hot minute.
Yeah. That music was so spooky.
You come into what is essentially a hidey alcove, of almost this like actually kind of looks like an old soup kitchen, like this old sort of either like an old bar or soup kitchen or speakeasy. Like there's like a front counter off to one side that's not being manned. There's tables everywhere with only like a handful of candles decorated around the place. You know, like, it looks like the few, what footsteps you can hear, Mew, first person coming in through the door, it seems like are going back up the stairwell and closing the doors behind them, leaving you alone, with this elderly woman, as she just slowly hobbles her way in, and sits back down, in front of this, like, for most people, it would only look like a pile of dominoes. Would be the best thing to describe it. As she just kind of
Above
like
table, is it mahjong?
Okay.
Roll a history check, actually.
I said above table, but okay.
I mean, if you want to try to discern it.
I'm trained in history. I'm gonna go for it. I'm spooked. I have no idea what's going on.
Do I look like I know what a mahjong is?
Sam Mahjong would still be a valid tiles. Yeah.
Well, yes. UA can roll an advantage, I'll say.
Okay, sure.
Can
I said
use my
advantage,
inspiration
goddammit.
to...
13.
There we go.
You've never played this. But, like, you've known a few other old Kabuto or Kenku, a few old Kamayashi folk who would play this. Well, there's a few different games you can play with this tile set.
Yes.
Like it looks like it's more than just dominoes. Like, there's actual, like, symbols and patterns on them. This particular configuration is a game called Nightingale.
Nightingale, okay. The big red lobster robot, got it. Thank you.
Right. As she just sits down and just kind of looks out at the group before, like, sitting another tile to the side. Well, aren't you all hatchlings out of the nest?
We weren't trying to end up here. We were trying to get to the...
Oh, I think you do not meant to be here. All of you look like kittens left out in the rain.
News of an infection's definitely new.
Oh yes, it's quite unfortunate. I'm afraid it's apparently hit the Kamayashi quarter quite harder. There's few concerns of the plague being back, though so far it seems to be most people have just caught the flu.
Does Braun recognize the...
History check.
You got it. Oh god, I swear, is there reference to that from his backstory anyways?
Sounds like these city folk are overreacting.
19.
19? You've heard plenty about this because this messed with about just about every job in the fucking, rippling throughout frickin' New Arcastor. There was a pandemic, about 20 or so years back, called Skeva's Blight.
Oh, Skeva's... okay. Above table, I know.
Yes.
But in-game... Skeva's is back?
Well, that's what people are scared of, but as far as I can tell, no one's walking around with pustules just yet.
There's plenty of coughing. Might not be outward. Either way...
I can give a little bit more context with the history check also.
Yeah.
Skeva's Blight, for those who are unaware, it was a pandemic, like I said, happened about 20 years ago, that very, very closely mirrored what we would know as the bubonic plague, except it was incredibly resistant to all magical forms of treatment and curing. So essentially, cleric magic did jack squat, for the most part.
Like, lay on hands didn't work.
Correct. I will say, we haven't really gone much into the mechanics of diseases, but, like, there are certain thresholds, of resistance to disease for people like paladins and monks. Like, they're probably not going to catch the common cold, but they can still get hit with, like, diphtheria or something. The bubonic plague hit just about everyone within the capital. Starting from the criminal underbelly, actually, starting in the sewers, reportedly from clerics and worshippers of Skeva, and creeping its way up all the way to the higher ups towards, like, the council district. The city was at least able to quarantine itself before anything major got out, but like I believe about almost a third of the population died during that stint. And that is part of the reason why there's a lot of empty homes to be renovated for immigrants coming in. But also, that's why now with the current scare that is going through the Kamayashi Quarter, especially because all of these people are foreigners, which means they're not resistant to the diseases here. There is a bit of a panic by the looks of things. Whether it actually is Skave's blight, I mean, the Dragonborn doesn't think so, but...
Would Braun have gotten the antibodies, basically?
There would have been, like, the equivalent of, like, a vaccine that was given out.
Yeah.
That was, like, a government-mandated thing, for, like, the next generation, especially.
Yeah, you drink all your potions. Yeah, my son is fully vaccinated.
Good. That's wonderful to hear. But yes, do you relay any of this to the rest of the party? I'm guessing.
Yes, Braun casts exposition.
Cool.
Bill just tilts her head a little bit before my time, but I've got my shots.
Afraid I wasn't.
I was gonna say, yeah, for baptism, just it's like would Everton have done anything to prevent this during that time?
There would have been some preparation. Again, similar with like trying to make sure people are resistant to diseases if there is any more outbreaks.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
The lion's share of the epidemic was in the capital, and it fucked shit up here.
Shudders at the hearing about vaccines because of all the shit he had to go through to become a official awakened resident.
Oh, the paperwork.
And the vaccines.
It really weren't that much. You just signed your name and it was just you get stabbed and you're good.
I'd say getting
I've been stabbed before.
I just think of every vet visit I've ever had to do for my cats. It's never pleasant.
No, it's not. The worst thing.
Took him out of the cage.
thing is,
he's just trembling.
You really want to be able to tell them that it's gonna be okay, but they just don't understand, so it's breaking.
Which is funny because Rio would have been able to understand at that point.
Yeah.
Is everyone well?
Sorry, what was then?
Is everyone well? I hope no one. I don't suppose anyone's been coughing already.
we didn't know.
Only illness I've ever got as he shakes the medicine. You've already seen, and he puts it away.
Don't worry, I'm not allergic.
This is the first like proper belly laugh he's let out and around everybody.
Hey, keep your voice down.
Sorry.
People are resting. I'm afraid the sick bed is just above us currently.
Not the best place to be laughing. My apologies. Just
take a seat. She'll gesture to one of the many tables.
It just takes kind of a quick little glance upward. Obviously, it's just the ceiling, but still just kind of the figurative. And then it goes to sit down.
I don't think I recognize any of your faces here. I suppose all of you are tourists.
on a job, actually.
Of a sort.
Even worse. She smiles. I was hoping you'd at least come here for pleasure rather than business, but I'm afraid this might sour your plans a bit. As far as I know, the quarantine isn't going to let up for at least for another few days. So, unless you intend
how
on
long
scaling
until
the
the
wall
auction?
without getting caught, you might be stuck here for a little while.
Nature, remind me, how long until the auction?
I don't know if you guys were ever given a date.
Uh-oh. He's gonna look at Clotho.
Clotho will ponder for a minute.
You almost... You almost did a slip. I heard it.
What? Don't worry about it. Clotho will pick back up. As far as I understand, our meeting isn't anytime soon, though it is likely within some time before the end of the month. We don't have a certain date as of yet. Well, at least that gives you time to... Well, what is the common term? Dick your feet up? No.
Kick your feet up?
Thank you.
We might need to get out of here sooner. I have a thought.
Oh?
What if the gods just let us walk out?
I'm afraid you're going to need a certain level of clearance, dearie. Even the adventurers are stuck in here too.
Oh, that's gonna be a time.
Well, what if I can manufacture such clearance?
What, pray tell, would that be?
You're not gonna forge documents, are you?
No. Forge thoughts in people's minds. Much cleaner.
Mental message. Not like what I do, right?
Quite bold
Hardly.
of you to...
I'll
Quite
make
bold
them
of you to
believe
recite
it.
such a plan in front of a little old lady like myself. Oh, but I like a good story.
I've got plenty.
Ooh, I might have to talk over tea.
Please don't.
I haven't
Maybe
had tea in
later.
a while, actually. That'll be
You have tea?
nice.
I do. And she kind of very, very quick, so achingly gets up like, oh my. And she will huddle her way over to the
Ron
unattended
kind of
stove.
moves to, like, almost instinctively to help her.
She'll like whap you with the crescent staff. Like whap your hand like, these legs still work yet. Don't you worry. She'll keep waddling over.
Understood,
She
just
brings...
what I
brings
do
out-
when we help the elderly, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not that old
this-
yet.
For this entire time, UA has just been like, kind of just analyzing her somewhat. Just kind of.
Oh,
again,
sure.
Just, I'm guessing, yeah, rolling a check for that.
Roll insight. Sure.
Insight? Sure.
You definitely get the feeling she knows more than she's letting on. Like, but like she's not hostile. She does, you know, she doesn't seem like aha, you fooled for my trap, you know.
Exactly.
You know, she has no
Still.
intention of fucking with you guys, seemingly.
No, yeah, it's just.
Other than that, she's a hard to read. Like, what her motive is in all of this. But yeah, she comes over. I hope people don't mind you long. And she will set it down and pour a few cups.
UA happily obliges to some of it. So there's other adventures here as well?
Indeed. At least as far as I understand, they're trying to make their own ends meet, working odd jobs for some of the blacksmiths and other workers here. Those who will take them, at least.
While they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Make a living somehow.
If I were a gambling woman, which I haven't done in decades, but I don't think it's going to be too much longer.
What makes you say that?
Well, if it is this Scaver's Blight I've heard so much about, the quarantine's already been for about 3 or 4 days, and no one's grown pustules and dropped dead yet, as far as I've seen. A few went
Well,
unconscious,
we've
though, but they're
seen-
probably being dragged off to one of the temples.
We've seen some dead.
Ah,
I don't think that was by disease.
No.
unlikely.
wouldn't say not.
As far as I can tell, I've had my fair share of scares of the flu, and I know how poorly it can go when not being treated, but I don't think it's much more serious than that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean the temples aren't currently bursting at the seams, though.
People get scared.
And
Something
sick.
like this
Speaking of that-
happens, the smallest of symptoms. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, if I had grandchildren still. Go on.
Talking to that, has there been some sort of religious turmoil here recently?
Oh, you're talking about the, I guess you could call it an art piece.
The grizzly
Certainly
fucking
was a
sight
display.
at the entrance.
Yeah, as far as I understood, that man was a corner preacher, sticking his neck out around the clergy. Sorry, ugh, the temple pantheon just north of us, yelling to the heavens, at requesting people convert, and I suppose there were some people who didn't take too kindly to that.
Well, I
This is
understand the
why-
nuisance of that. It's quite something to string him up like such.
I
Bit
try
of a
and
gruesome
stay out of
message,
the-
certainly, but I don't think many people are going to miss him.
Don't mean it's not a damn shame.
Oh, for certain, but I don't think the guard's investigation is going to be getting much further.
Might be an excuse for them to keep the quarantine up under false pretense.
Maybe, but at least by then, hopefully, the regulations should go down at least by a level. At least enough for you folks to get out of here scot-free. Still a
Is
shame,
this-
though.
Was this about accurate for like how big this area was? Is it like scale?
It's definitely not to scale.
Okay.
It's definitely.
Do I have an idea of like what size that
that whole
area
courtyard?
was? Yeah, that courtyard.
Roughly, I would say roughly about triple. So like a little less than 100 square feet.
Okay, from where
Is
the
this
guards
courtyard here?
lined up to where the gate
Mhm.
was, basically. Okay.
Yeah. Mostly keeping the perimeter around here. So like, yeah.
All right. Cool. Alia's gonna turn to her companions. Do we want to try and get out of here sooner, or
I don't like our chances after my blunder to start. That captain getting upset like that was me.
if I may, I have been able to get a good word in with the guests I'm staying with tonight, and have the room for as long as I wish it to. Doesn't mean I can't have visitors. And she smiles. And as long as we can confirm none of you are sick, which doesn't seem to be, the only times anyone would be messing around in here would be to grab their meals. Otherwise, we can maybe string out a few bedrolls, if need be.
It's very kind of you.
Of course.
I'm not using the floor. She smiles.
If there is anything we can do while you're offering us free board, just let us know.
I don't mean to be presumptuous, but you folks seem to be I believe the common phrase is rat catcher types? Oh, is that an insult? I'm sorry.
Ewing lets off almost like a huff of a chuckle. I'm guessing that's probably something that some people might call mercenaries.
I don't remember if I've done rat catching before.
Ria's
but I've
just
done a
gonna-
lot in my day.
Ria's just gonna meow.
Oh, you're a cute little thing, aren't you? And she will
Don't
reach
let
out
it
and
fool
try
you,
to
it
pet.
talks. Don't let the little bastard fool you, he talks.
That's certainly something of a sort, yes.
Oh, honey, I've seen plenty of odd things back at home. You think a talking cat is going to deter me from petting him? She'll reach out still to pet you.
He's just gonna let it happen.
This is
Or does he just let it happen, or does he do the orange cat thing of bumping his head against the hand?
That's all cats.
Yeah, that's not just Ginger's.
Well, I've seen it happen mostly with orange cats.
That's because Ginger's head don't have a survival complex.
There
Ginger cat.
is a kitty of my own, I'm afraid, that's gone missing, though. I did send him out to do a bit of a supply run, or at least to do a bit of ferrying while most people are away sick in bed. But he has yet to come back.
Are we talking a cat or a tabaxi or...
Oh, he's a... What is it? What is that?
Sorry, not that. Sorry, no. The
You have no concept of that, I will say.
Braun doesn't?
Nope.
Fair enough. Never mind. Scratch that.
Okay. Oh, yes. I'm afraid it is one of the few companions I have left from the old country. Silky black fur, with speckles of silver like starlight. Very should reflect very brightly in the sunlight, unless he's gotten covered in dirt. But he's very difficult to miss.
Well, we can try to track him down if you want.
I would greatly appreciate it. As much as I wish I could catch up with him, these old lakes are not like what they used to be.
Do you have an idea of where he might be?
Well, unless he's gone off chasing something down one of the alleyways, or trying to snatch up one of the people who has gone decided to fall asleep in the middle of the road. He might be somewhere. Well, I imagine he would meet up with someone in the marketplace, but I suppose that's since been not gonna happen. He might still be searching, though. It's quite smart, you know.
Well, we might be here for a few days. We could take a look.
Yeah.
There's no harm in getting an eye and antenna on things.
Does your cat also talk?
Oh, heavens, no. As much as he
have
might try.
Does he have a favorite spot?
That is a good question. He has tried to bathe in the fountain a few times.
But he doesn't have a place he likes to rest?
Well, not one specifically, I don't think. Or at least if he does, I have yet to find it.
Alright, does Rio smell cat?
In this, roll perception.
Advantage?
And this
Don't
is
forget
advantage
your
because sniff.
advantage because you're smelling.
It is very clean in here.
Alright.
Actually,
Hold
like
on.
there is not a hair in sight. Somehow.
I want to know how she does it.
16.
Same.
Above table. Above
She doesn't
table. I
have a
need to know.
She doesn't have a cat, guys.
She's
It's
the
a first.
BBEG. How else is it so clean in here?
Demon?
With a 16, you are able to find a singular strand of hair, a little awkwardly, on her own robes.
Just one moment, please. Just it'll help. I promise.
Oh, dearie, please take me out to dinner first.
I'm spoken for.
Oh, damn shame then. I was also looking forward to it too.
You were just gonna chuckle to herself.
But yeah, you're able to pick it up.
Try to get the cat's scent to get its trail, maybe.
It
Yep,
is.
that's the idea.
It's a little. It's definitely muskier than you would expect, or like it's more pungent. It's like.
Does it smell like cat, or does it smell like house cat or big cat?
I was gonna ask
this
that question too.
this
If you
doesn't.
had-
The most I'll say is this. Like, it's a weird mix of like house cat and like dog.
Mhm.
Like,
I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, for you, the description she gave of its pelt, its fur. Has she ever seen anything like that? I know that most of her memory is Everton's.
Oh,
I'll
shit,
say
it's
this
an
is-
awakened cat. That's a raven.
bird cat. No.
cat.
We'll say nature check.
Nature check.
19. I mean, you've at least heard stories, and at least from a few people having pets. A few exotic pets would be considered here in Everton. In Everton, there's a lot of weird animal species back in Kamiyashi.
Okay.
Almost like a lot of chimera sort of creatures. A lot of chimeric creatures, almost like a lot of different like hodgepodge, like almost like they're like stitched together. Like they.
My brain immediately jumps to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But also just like just a few other weird yokai and local spirits that are like indistinguishable from regular animals, but like they can't be carried up, they can't be brought to New Arcastor for one reason or another. What this could specifically be, I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
Admittedly, even with 19, like there are a few different, like there's a multitude of different cat-like creatures. Various types of types of neko. There are also fu lions and komainu, which are larger and are sometimes used as mounts. Like there's a lot. There's like take your pick.
More than fair, yeah. So it's and you can't narrow it down, which is fine.
Plenty it could be, but you have little to go off of. Oh, yeah.
Chat is missing kitty cam. I'm giving to everybody else. Here's some lifting of unease, sleeping cat.
Oh, cute. But yes. Yeah. Well, if you're searching for him, I suppose I should at least give you some of his favorite feat when you do end up finding him. And she will go towards pull out an ice box over towards the kitchen area and take out like a whole fucking salmon and just slap it on the counter.
Is it a cat or a bear?
Big cat.
He does tend to get quite hungry when he's gone out chasing.
Good to know.
Oh, don't worry, he won't eat you if that's a concern.
We're finding a big fucking cat.
He's not that big.
A heckin' chonker, if you will.
Oh, is that what the kids call it? He's very cuddleable.
How big is your cat?
Enough.
Oh, I think we'll find out soon enough.
She smiles. she
Yeah.
does kind of have this shit-eating grin on her face.
Yeah. I can feel it. Oh, may as well go take a look and
Thank you.
familiarize ourselves a little bit.
You're all very too kind.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime,
Obviously,
I can scratch up a bit of gossip. If you folks would like something a bit after you help fetch my dear friend.
Of course. By the way, what is your pet's name?
That's what I was trying to find.
Ah, fair.
In the background. Hold on. I thought I had it up.
No worries, no worries. Also, we'll wait for when Mia gets back as well, because she's currently BRB.
I'm
Oh,
here.
gotcha.
Oh, you're
Oh,
back.
welcome back.
Okay, no, come back. Never mind. We have a big kitty to find.
Ah. Oh, his name is Tetsuya.
Oh yeah.
No more.
Oh,
no.
I never introduced myself. My name is Ama. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Bron, as he does the hand out for the shake.
Of course. I will save you all of the formalities.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Sorry, did Rio say his name?
Yeah.
You do look like a Rio. But I suppose I should get some hot coals going while I listen to any stories going topside. Meantime, don't suppose there's anything you need of me.
No.
Appreciate your hospitality.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And he starts putting the covering back over her mouth and nose, just getting ready to go out the door.
Bron
Stay
wraps
safe
himself
now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yui also did not grab the fish, so whoever's
Oh,
grabbing the salmon.
who's grab? I'll clarify. This salmon's probably like about 1.5 feet long from head to tail fin.
Bron will grab it by the tail fin.
Great, it is.
Well, not by the tail fin, but like by the end of the.
Yeah.
Grabbing it from that. Fin
It has
part.
at least been gutted. I will at least say that much.
That's always good.
It hasn't stopped me before. Sometimes you get cravings, and you're just almost like a bear. You just fucking eat, and you just fucking eat it.
People got their fish?
It's
I get-
traditional, yeah. Mostly so you keep the meat, and then you can set all the guts back into the water for the other fish to eat, because they'll eat anything.
The door's
Almost.
unlocked, by the way.
Thank you.
I thought we were already outside.
No, no, you guys are just sitting there.
No, because Bron grabbed the thing and then had.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the second part. I didn't hear you say you go out the door. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this conversation is going out in the road. probably once Yue goes back outside, she's kind of again back to like carefully scanning around. Trying to think of what she would particularly be wary of. Would she be wary of the other people noticing her non-Kabuto friends, or was she more worried about the guards right now?
I mean, you've at least heard that like, it. You know what? Roll intelligence for me.
Sure thing.
Don't
We're
know
fucked.
I don't know anymore. No, I'll use up my inspiration for that.
Okay, sure.
I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody asked nature, but what species was the guy who was nailed?
Human.
wall.
It was an old human gentleman.
Okay, good.
A cleric.
Yes. Yeah, it was an old human. Like, the best way I can describe it is like you know the
Sorry.
you know the corner preacher guy in front of the Tallow Shrine in Windhelm.
Heimsker?
Yes, very similar look. Just balding.
Heimsker
Like a
is balding.
Oh, okay, then just Heimsker.
No, so the reason I know this is because I've killed Heimsker so many times.
So you can relate.
So you understand? You get it. Okay.
But yes. With a 13, you from what's been said and what you were able to see at a glance, like though it is mostly Kabuto and Kenku and other like Kamayashi immigrants here, in the Kamayashi quarter, it does sound like there are a few other a few outsiders, a few gaijin in here as well. You know, like new Arcastor natives, it would be, but still,
yes,
like
exactly.
non Kamayashi.
Gaijin to the
Yes. And so like it doesn't sound like it's illegal to be in here.
Okay, so that first one was just
yes.
a little weird.
Basically,
Again.
you're not allowed out. Is mostly what it is. They're mainly keeping people in during the quarantine, and they were keeping people away from the crime scene. Just make sure everything's clear as they're trying to like clean it up and investigate.
Are any of the shops open?
Okay, so this is...
Maybe it was hard to tell, just from the
This is
cursor
a
glance
bit
in the whole crowd. But
of a long shot. Is there any space that Braun can try and go up politely to ask about things?
Like, go up to one of the houses and ask for info, or
The guards.
Oh, the guards. They don't seem to be. Well, for the most part, they don't seem to be actively hostile. They're just trying to
Yes, that's
Okay.
why Braun kind of wants to go forward and see if he can ask questions politely, just like, hey. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I will say, yeah, at this point, okay, I guess here's the thing. Which direction is the party going? Are they heading back towards the main road, or are they heading down the alleyways?
I would like to go back to like this corner where the guards kind of were holding people back.
Yeah.
Just to get a sense for like if the crowd's still there, how they're doing it, cleaning things up, and ensure distances as I do some quick thoughts on this.
Okay, sure. Yeah. As you guys head back out towards the main courtyard, you do see now the crowd is mostly scattered, or like there's a few small kind of cliques still around, like some of the tents, just kind of keeping to themselves. But like the barrier of guards has since dissipated, and they're now just kind of going around the place, investigating. Maybe one or two are questioning some people. But most of the group tends to be more back towards the wall itself. Along with now what seems to be you now see is like an unconscious the moth Kabuto from earlier that is now just unconscious, like kind of twitching a little bit in front of the Torii gates. They've seemingly incapacitated him, and are trying to like resuscitate him. But otherwise, they don't seem to give you any mind. One of the guards does kind of look up, who's like just kind of idling, with just a spear in hand, and just kind of gives a nod of like move along, nothing to see here.
All right. And how many are kind of looking like? How many people does it look are manning that gatehouse?
How many people total?
Yeah.
Like around here? I would say.
No, the gate, exit gate.
Oh, here. Okay. So the gate's currently closed. I will also state just to specify. And there's probably about, maybe about 4 guards staying patrol here, along with like another 10 or so like around the scene over here, like kind of consolidating the perimeter a bit, like where the crime scene is proper.
Isn't this around where the captain went to as well?
Yes, that's where the captain is currently. You can see as well.
And he's still yelling at his subordinates, I imagine.
The verbal smackdown has quieted a bit, but you can tell he is still fuming, because he's still going around.
One's piped up saying that it was
yes,
them.
yeah. There you can tell like that feeling of like who the fuck did it, like. There's this look on his faces, like now they're kind of pointing fingers, like wasn't me. Who the fuck, like why the fuck would I would do that? No one wouldn't want to piss him off.
Braun just kind of staring from like miles away, just boy, am I glad I did not get caught.
I think we could potentially convince them to let us out.
I could just go up and ask and... Clotho.
Yes.
Is there any reason we wouldn't be able to tell them that we just got teleported here?
I'll have him roll for it.
Let's make massage.
At the current juncture, I don't believe that we would be... we would be contained in here because of our not having enough clearance. However, because we have made contact with people who might be infected.
That's completely fair. I just thought I'd check base with you and see if there's anything, like if we should hold back any information about here.
Teleportations going awry, especially with adventurers, is not unheard of. I do not think legally they can do anything. However, they are within their jurisdiction to have us remain here.
There is still a quarantine, and they've still got to uphold it. I understand. I'm just checking.
Correct.
Thank you.
Of course. If I hear it, I can try to keep an ear out if there's any whispers of anything else going on. But otherwise, I think it is best to lay low.
If we do need to get out, then I'll simply make them believe that we have clearance.
I don't understand how, but I'll trust you anyways.
They'll have heard it from their companions.
Would you like
towards the captain, kind of always like, I don't think that might work as well as you think it will.
I would recommend Bella and I split up to gather some more information on our own, though I don't know how well the locals will take to us being here.
As the one woman said, what did Yue say? Did Yue translate anything that was said earlier to everybody? Sorry.
No, she's speaking common.
No, but did she?
Like to the do you mean to the person in the window?
Oh.
Yeah, did she say anything that was said there?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Yeah, and at this point, she's found out that some of that person's reticence towards all of us is unfounded. so she has no reason to disclose. Yeah, she has no reason for it, because the Dragonborn has given us better information that, okay, there's other people like you here. So it's like, it seems we're fine. I'll keep an ear out as well. Probably more towards native tongue, but...
If I can get myself to... Is that a... I can try and... I'll do my best information gathering at pubs. There's a lot you can get out of drunk people.
Just walk into a bar carrying a giant fish looking for information.
Any of y'all seen a giant cat walking around?
Honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, Theo, I've gotten information by doing much dumber things.
For now, let's try to search for that cat.
Aye, Fountain sounded like the first place to look, right?
Alright.
Can we begin the sniffing?
Sniffer.
Sure.
Sniffer squad.
You guys are heading towards the main market square, doing some perceiving.
Investigation. Okay, it is perception, not investigation in this situation.
Okay. I will say. Perception or investigation of your choice, though either will give different information.
Cool. Do we still get the advantage on the investigation because smell for this?
Yes, from well, for the people doing perception with sniffing, sure.
Sniff.
Does it have to be perception, or could it be investigation with a sniffing? Is what I'm asking.
You know,
Like
for
specifically
mine,
focusing for a thing.
I know for mine it specifically says perception.
Well, I get that. I'm asking if nature would allow.
If you were to find a direct source of the scent, I would say investigation, but for now it would be perception.
Okay, wonderful, understood.
Well, I sniffed real hard.
You sniffed real good. I sniffed fairly poorly.
Braun, you're like, you can tell as much as the quarantine, as much as there was the chaos of the scattering earlier, you could tell like some people are actually starting up like their stalls, like there are food stalls going around. You know, like there's you know, fresh meals being cooked. You know, fried
That's a smell
food.
I've never
there's
smelled
fish.
before, but I don't like it. What the?
Yeah, like you see a few people with these giant, like wide metal bowls that they're frying things in. Like you see two eel triton actually, with a massive like soup kettle. It looks like that they're currently
Braun
dishing
has never
bowls
seen
out
a
of.
wok. That is fun to think about.
I'll tell you,
Like-
you probably feels slightly familiar.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little more familiar with back home.
It's like, I remember Kiri cooking.
For UA, it's
Yes.
like, oh, this is childhood. For Braun, it's like, this smells incredible, and I do not understand why.
With
That
code,
smells
with,
like a
yeah.
physic.
Yeah, Rio with a 20. Valid. Yeah. Rio, you're picking up, of course, you're, as much as all of this food smells divine, you're trying to focus. Focus on the prize, focus on the goal. And you're getting this, you're getting 2 scents, kind of off the bat. You're able to get a little bit of a whiff of that, like, bestial, kind of musky scent. And a familiar scent of like the old dragonborn woman, so presumably that's the cat. But on the other hand, there's also like a smell of like catfish. Is the best way, like catfish or like weirdly like animal fat or animal blubber, like that kind of like smell. the few times in which Rio has smelled like seal meat, that's the best way I can describe it. This is weird to you. This is very foreign, which is why it kind of hits your senses so much of like, okay, this is different. There's something here. Something used to be here. I would say at most it was probably about like maybe an hour ago.
Okay. Can we further investigate possibly figure out the direction?
Braun, if you would like.
With what? Sorry.
If you would like to investigate with Sniff.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I made a bit that Braun just kind of
meanders into a stall.
Wanders to a stall at first, and then is like, "Wait, nope, gotta focus."
Yeah, you always probably been falling behind, but like she's taking in the smells, kind of taking in some of the familiarity, but she's also listening.
So I'm double checking. Do I now gain the advantage, or is this?
Yes, you can. Now that you found the direct scent, you can do investigation now if you'd like.
Okay, cool, gotcha.
Can I
I'm
also
actually good at that one.
roll for that too?
21.
I mean, if you could try to beat that. Never mind, you can.
Hell yeah!
Never
By one.
On
On the dice too, we have the same exact investigation.
So both of you immediately start burying your nose within the bushes around the around.
Yeah,
the
there's just
fountain.
a grown man sniffing alongside a cat.
Yeah, both of your asses are sticking out. As your current, like, there's a few odd looks like going past. Like one person who's currently holding a bowl of noodles just kind of slowly sets it aside. Before
one guy's drinking, he looks and he just corks it and puts it down and walks away.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
Nope.
Like there's definitely a few judgmental looks and shaking heads as well. Until eventually you do manage to find a few scraps of fur. Like it definitely seems like you kind of recognize that catfish seal, like aquatic kind of smell is definitely a bit more pungent here, as if that was hiding here, and has since essentially ran off. And presumably now, the cat has chased along with it.
Oh no! I think I know what animal it's chasing.
Let's find this damn thing.
Yeah. Another roll. I'm guessing nature.
You know what? Let me check something real quick. Ale, high or low?
He's AFK. You want me to ask?
Oh, dang it! Right, shit.
I can just
Reroll.
ask her.
Oh, okay. If you want, if you're able to, sure.
Low.
Okay. So. Okay, I might have to wait for Ale to come back because I need to have a. Okay, welcome back. Roll a dex save for me.
Oh.
Oh no, cause bird.
Clearly one of the better ones.
So you hear it before you see it, as like you hear this like mewling, like if you've heard cats screaming before, but like there's this weird, but there's like this weird warbled effect to it. Like as you're like, what the hell? And you turn and you can only make out this blur of a sphere rolling at a rapid speed past your direction. Before you're like, oh shit, and you quickly manage to sidestep. As this sphere, about the size of like a soccer ball, or like maybe a bit bigger, essentially just barrels past you, and then just rolls down another alleyway. And then not too far behind it, you just hear boom, 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 boom. These heavy footfalls. As right behind it, curling past, down, essentially past from an alleyway and zooming past you, you see this. Almost barrels you over.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Majestic.
Oh hell yeah!
beautiful. My
It
kitty,
is-
of course.
It is the size of a small pony.
Um,
Yay, mountain lion size.
question.
Answer. Actually, sorry, it would be a bit bigger. This is a large creature.
Does Braun see it?
About the size of a horse.
You'd probably get the chance to see it right as it comes into the thoroughfare.
Cool. I have a power I'm gonna do.
Okay. What are you gonna try to do?
While holding a fish.
Good kitty.
Good kitty.
Psst, psst, psst.
So first there needs to be a wisdom
gonna-
save.
Yes, I'm go. Well, first I need to perform a check.
Mm-hmm.
This is private to you, right?
I don't think it matters. Yeah.
Restrain, yeah.
Two.
I
believe
make
you're
it.
fine. All right.
I have to roll a 1 to fail, right?
Gotcha. So now it is a wisdom save from the beast.
Yep.
I'm afraid that's an 18. As
Wonderful.
much like most cats, it doesn't seem to give a single shit and is still focusing on it. Is still hyperfixating on this screaming sphere as it barrels past you and the rest of the party. A few other kabuto quickly like manage to duck out of the way as this thing barrels like skidding and then jumps down another alleyway.
Can I chase this field down?
Well, we're going after it, and
Yeah, you looks over and
Can I cast Mage Hand to pet the cat?
You very briefly get a graze of its fur. It is silky smooth as it barrels past, and then there's only but a brief second before you see your compatriot start sprinting down the alleyway with it. It looks like, if I hear correctly.
Can I chase the rolling thing as well? Or can Rio, sorry?
Okay, so both of them went down the same alleyway.
Going the
So I'll
hunt.
presume. Okay, so you're heading that direction as well.
Yeah.
that's the very cat thing you do is help catch the thing, whereas Braun's after the cat.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a cat. We've got 2 cats chasing the same thing, and a dog chasing one of the cats.
I'll just say, the cat thing. Catch the thing before the other one, and then run off with it.
So okay, who is everyone going to chase after this?
Absolutely.
I know
Let's-
Braun is.
Ael's gonna shrug and follow along,
Mm-hmm.
chasing after Brian.
Just shrugs at the camera, goes.
All right.
Oh yeah, falling behind, maybe at not a full breakneck pace.
I think I
And
was
that-
in the middle of ordering food, and I see this happening, and
Yeah, you're just about to walk towards one of the noodle stands before this massive creature runs past you. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it it runs past, you're like, what the fuck? Then
Well,
Braun,
sorry.
you're like,
First, you
"Oh,
see
no.
the screaming ball roll past you,
Yeah.
then the then the beast as it corners down an alleyway and just. Okay.
Then probably Rio, then Braun.
Mm-hmm. And as everyone begins tailing after this large silver and black Komainu, I'm afraid this is where we're gonna have to end the session for tonight.
No.
I was gonna say as much as I would love to start
Also,
this,
yes,
we
I
only
was
have like
just trying to-
20 minutes.
Yeah.
No worries. Also, Talon, that's what I was trying to find too. Is the Scooby-Doo Bunny Hill time.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Hey, I can
it's-
understand. Rio can understand the body language of cats. Does this thing count as a cat? Feline?
On a few scales of magnitude, sure.
Technically,
Well, no, that's the thing. That's
Cool.
the thing. Big cats are a thing. So yes, this is another.
yes.
Yeah, because it says feline.
Which would include it would include the Komainu. Komainu or food lions would fit under that category. So oh boy. Actually, you know what? If I could have one last perception check in case anyone's able to clock what the screaming ball of blurriness it actually was.
Sure.
Perception?
Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, Rio's just fucking chasing after it. He doesn't care.
Oh.
How I dilate.
Nope.
Oh.
So
Food.
only Ale is able to get a clear enough picture
Hold
of
on,
this
I haven't
thing.
rolled yet.
Yep, so
7.
only Ale. Okay, one moment, please, because admittedly this is the one picture I forgot to paste in. I'll have to grab quick, and this will probably be the last thing before we head off. D&D images,
It's
creatures.
It's not chasing little push Delar, is it?
No, this is not this is not what
Thank
you think it is.
Fuck. Good.
Wait, hold on.
That would be insane.
Wait, what the hell? Hold on. I thought I had this saved. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is this little chunker? Give me a minute. Oh shit, hold on. Oh no, I thought I had this saved. No! No!
Warm.
Bibber. Little bibber.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves for a little bit as I try to find this, sorry.
This is definitely going to be an interesting area.
Yeah,
For
this
reference,
is basically like the first real Chinatown, the equivalent of a
yeah?
Chinatown in New Arcastor.
For reference, Push Delar was like if you took an orca and like a pit bull and blended them together.
That's actually the creature you're thinking of is referred to as an Oklat.
Yes,
is not
an
what-
Oklat,
yeah.
but
Which is not what this
yes,
is.
I know.
I need a picture of this.
Nature has it somewhere.
Oh, this is not an orca wolf, which are also a thing in Nordairith, but did I send it to Oz? Hold on.
So I know of an equivalent, so I put a GIF into group chat. Shark cat.
Aw.
Come on. It's gotta be here somewhere. Come on, where the fuck is he?
Oh yeah, there's the first GIF I ever saw of this thing.
Aww.
I swear to God, I thought I had this saved.
It might be in the old server that was used that I'm no longer
maybe.
in, and it was probably deleted. That might be where the
All right, Tixel, you might have seen this before. For the sake of description for Ale, it is like it is the roundest catfish you've ever seen in your life, but it also has like little cat ears and toes and whiskers. It actually does look very similar to a seal. For those familiar with that looks like, it is a small round boy that is currently screaming at the top of its lungs and barreling down the street as fast as it fucking can.
It's almost like a Namazu, just not sentient.
If that, but rounder. Oh, if I can find the picture. I'll definitely find the picture by next time if I can't find it tonight. But yeah, oh my god. I suppose in the meantime, hey Talon, where can they find you?
They can find me at Miss Talon here on Twitch, doing collab streams mostly, and sometimes also just hanging out on Miss Marikar's channel, as we're doing some Final Fantasy 14 leveling and story.
Don trailing Miss Cube. Spoilers
boy.
ahead.
Oh boy,
Very
oh boy, oh boy, oh
spoilers.
boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the image of Bushdalar anywhere. The Auklet.
Yeah, I was trying to
How do
find
you spell
different.
that nature?
Auklet, Akhlut. Speaking of Auklets, or speaking of Tixel, where can they find you?
You can find me in the depths of your nightmares as well as twitch.tv/procrastination. As I said at the beginning of this, session today, I am currently on hiatus as I try and find a time frame to actually do my streams again. But when I do, we'll be going to, I believe, the second to last level in Sly 2, Honor Among Thieves.
Wonderful. I managed to find a picture of the Auklet, but I didn't find the little bean. Because I was like, I know people are gonna melt when they see this. I'm getting the impression.
More than likely.
If nothing else, the picture will definitely be in by next session. If I can't find it now.
Exactly. Basically, last time on,
Yes. But yeah, we finally see this little heckin' chunker.
You just see the little guy.
He's
It
just a
determines
little
whether
guy.
Rio murders him or not.
That's fair.
It really doesn't.
Speaking of just little guys, hey, Code, cat of wisdom, cat of might. What wisdom shall be
you give
made?
to us tonight?
Thank you. Nice save.
Everyone bully nature until he catches up in Final Fantasy 14.
No,
That's
don't
not
do that.
wisdom.
It's okay. That's not nature. That's going so slow. There are several other people whose schedules are also getting in the way.
You goober. All right. Hey,
we might not be able to do it for a while anyways, because Ryle still has to do.
Depending, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey V, how you doing?
Not bad.
That's wonderful to hear. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/VHXVT.
Wonderful. Hey Mara, where can they find you as I continue to try stalling for time? Yeah, I'm not thinking I'm gonna find this tonight.
You can find me at twitch.tv/MissMarikar. Again, I'm doing all sorts of things. Yeah, doing a bunch of long-form marathon streams of Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail main scenario quest because, yeah, trying to get to it so I can be prepared for all modern content, as any MMO has. Oh yeah, that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Shit, did everyone go? I think that's everyone.
No more stalling.
Did
Fine. Yeah. Not gonna be able to find it, which is
Did Talon go?
fine.
Yeah,
I
stalling went
guess.
first.
Yeah, Talon went.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
And you can find me here, I guess, at twitch.tv/natureclaws, in which the next stream is going to be on Tuesday. I believe, yeah, it's Tuesday, at 11, technically 11 a.m. EST, in which I actually don't know what we're going to be playing next. I'd have to look again at the list.
Don't you have some RPGs to go through?
There's a few to get through. At least I definitely want to play more of. We could play some more crosscodes. There could be more. I could actually try to play Cyberpunk finally. Now that I can actually run it on my computer. There's a bunch of stuff. We could load up Valheim again, and do a bit more shenaniganery in that if people are interested. We shall have to see. But until then, I'd like to wish everyone a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time zone they're currently in. I'd like to wish everyone a wonderful rest of their week. Hopefully be able to see you guys next time. Alright, who we raiding?
I don't know.
I wasn't. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't sure how this session was gonna go.
That's fair.
I wasn't sure which direction you guys were gonna end up going with. Just being dropped in the middle of being like, all right, have fun, and then just leave you.
Nature, what the actual fuck?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just wanted to do some shopping on the prep, not get dropped into a fucking cult and to chase down a fucking rolling ball.
Well, okay, so
A screaming rolling ball.
it's screaming because it's being chased. The thing is, I don't. Why would you send us in the middle of a pandemic, Nature? Have we not suffered enough in the past 4 years?
What do you... I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, ooh, okay, that's actually a pretty good candidate. Tiger Fae actually is streaming currently, and they're doing a birthday stream.
Oh, wonderful.
We should go give Tiger Fae Hap Borf.
Before we go, do remember that sometimes it's always the little things that end up stacking to be the most important. You don't even need to go text someone that you care for. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be someone that you love, but someone that you wouldn't normally text, and just let them know how much you care about them. They might need it.
It's always the little things that count, especially if they're screaming. And they're rolling past you at a high speed,
and crying,
and
shitting their pants.
I mean, that's optional, but that certainly helps.
Just let them know that you care and that you'll be there, but not necessarily that you'll help them clean their pants. That's on them.
Yeah. What the hell is this conversation?
Unless you're like Nature.
Unless you're into that stuff, and I won't.
For them.
Oh no, yeah. If you do that,
oh well, I mean that's only to my
enemy.
enemies. That's only
of yourself.
If I only shit other people's pants if they slight me.
Nature, you always threaten to shit my pants.
So whenever you have a fart and it ends up being a shart, you know what you did. That is our hi Terasusu. Perfect time for you to pop it. You're catching us just as we're raiding out. But yes, thank you for the best wishes. Stay positive, stay curious, stay on drugs, don't do school, eat your teeth. Hap Borf Strem, Hap Borf Strem, Hap Borf Strem, Tiger Fae, Hap Borf, Foul Hydrate a minute.